Immigration has become the defining challenge of our generation. Communities are under attack because our US policies are pushing people into the shadows. How we respond to this challenge will determine how we are remembered and who we are. That is why Raíces exists.
Raíces is a nonprofit organization that offers legal services to the immigrant community.
The vast majority of our clients have zero resources, and we try to help them pro bono.
We work with people who no one else will work with. We work with people who are in detention, women, children. We work with people who've been detained at the border.
We work with families who are intact. We work with families who've been separated. We work with people whose families have rejected them because they might be transgender. We work with people who come from war zones whose families have all been killed. We try and take every case, and when we do, we see it through until the end.
I look at our clients and I see my own family. I am the product of an immigrant family's journey.
Many of us that work for this organization are immigrants ourselves.
I'm a former refugee from Iraq. I came in 2010. My clients have the same story as mine.
My grandpa was an immigrant from Cuba, and really when I look at my clients, I think of him and I think of the rest of my family.
As someone who came to this country undocumented, I feel privileged and honored that I'm able to do this.
We believe that the Constitution extends to all people in the United States, including immigrants.
We believe that everyone has a right to due process.
We believe that no person is illegal.
We believe that refugees are supposed to be in the United States.
I mean, we believe that families should remain intact, and there's no reason to separate them at the border as punishment.
We're committed to people. We're not committed to parties. We're committed to the people.
We believe that we're all human beings and we deserve to be treated well.
Raíces was founded in 1986 and born from the sanctuary movement, which itself was a response to immigration policies in the early 80s that really made it impossible for Central American refugees to seek protection here in the United States.
It was a two-person office to begin with. We didn't have air conditioning or heat. We were distributing food, clothing, had medical care. We weren't doing visa work until probably around 2000.
When I started at Raíces almost 20 years ago, we were only 3 people, okay? 1 attorney, another legal assistant, and myself.
We've been here for a long time, and yes, we've met each crisis as it's come.
We just need to keep growing and growing because there is a lot of people out there that needs our help.
We have a family detention program. We prepare people for their credible fear interviews.
We're in the detention centers every day, talking to our clients, hearing their stories.
We have a children's program. We provide legal presentations for the children's rights.
Children need representation while they're still in detention. Otherwise, they would go to court alone.
We have community immigration services, which can range from renewing an application for DACA to applying for citizenship to applying for a visa on behalf of a crime victim.
We have a refugee resettlement program.
We help them to adjust into this country. We help them with housing and food and medical.
But also when they move to other cities in this country and need continuing services.
It's really about creating those partnerships with the community to make sure that our new community members feel welcome and safe and protected.
Last year I was almost deported, and Raíces came in, and without knowing anything about me, they helped me, and I don't think I would be there if Raíces hadn't helped.
I hope that one day our clients can be able to walk out on the street without a fear in their hearts.
I want to be able to have a country where we can welcome asylum-seeking families in a system that isn't designed for them to fail.
They're a grassroots kind of organization that helps the community at the most basic level. They went out of their way to help me, and because of them, I'm able to keep going to school. I'm able to keep the life that my dad brought me here to build.
When you work at Raíces, you actually get to witness our nation being born anew. Every time we work with a client, you're literally watching the beginning moments of one of those stories that we hear about. We talk about our forefathers. We actually work with people who will be the mothers and fathers of the future generation of Americans.
The most patriotic people that I've ever met are new immigrants. The most ambitious people, the most qualified people. These are the best people that their countries are sending. Why would you want to close the door on that?
We've been doing this work for more than 30 years. We were here before. We're here now, and we're not going anywhere.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our second game in our stream. I am your producer for this particular game, Miriam, and I just want to go over a couple of quick channel announcements before I hand the game over to our lovely Shogun. So first of all, this is a 50-hour stream. We're already 4 hours in it, and we already have $331, which is amazing. Yeah, this is a charity stream that we are doing in support of Raíces Texas, which is a nonprofit organization that offers pro bono legal assistance to immigrants and refugee communities. They are on the front lines of the immigration debate, ensuring that people crossing the border are afforded due process and dignity, with the belief that no person is illegal, and that families should remain intact, and that every person who crosses the border should be treated with compassion and humanity. It's hot today, excuse me. Compassion and humanity. We're raising all of our funds directly through Tiltify, so please hit the donate button below. And if you type !donate in the chat, you will get all of this information. Bits and subs do not count towards our total, so please, if you would like to donate something, please do it through the Tiltify link. In addition, we'll be doing lots of giveaways during at the break and at the end of the game, and we will be announcing the winners of the giveaway that happened about 20 minutes ago. We're still waiting for it to close, or has it already been closed? Oh, yes, we already have our winners. Congrats. All right, so our winners for so Cat Jack has won the College of the Opera Bard and the Cartographer, and Mitchie won Oath of the Frozen King, and Me in Midair has won the Mage Hand Press bundle, and Cleric of Chord won the D&D Beyond bundle. Congrats. And I will now fix my audio levels. Hopefully everybody can hear me now. Yeah, so congrats to all of our winners, and stay tuned for some more giveaways. Meanwhile, I will hand the game over to Shogun. Take it away, Shogun.
Thank you. All right. Hello, I am Shogun, and I will be running this game for these wonderful players. Because it's a one shot and because it's a charity, because we're going to try and have fun, do something a little bit goofy. Yeah, we're gonna try something a little bit silly today and a little bit different. First person on the overlay is Kay. Who are you?
Hey, I'm Kate, also known as Undead K on the internet. I will be playing Nitty, aka Izzy.
Cool. And then Magnum, who are you?
Hi there, I'm Magnum, Magnum3141592 on Twitter, and I'm going to be playing Ash.
Sweet. And Ting, what about you?
Hi, I'm Ting, and I'll be playing Oxy.
Awesome. And Rain? Rain?
I am Rain Hayes, and I'll be playing Vilaratham.
Awesome. So the premise sort of for this little story is that this is a fairy tale. We are accepting that this is a fairy tale. So it starts with something about long time ago, land long forgotten, and all of that. And it brings into focus our four characters who are coming to this mountain. This mountain is known by numerous names. Each tongue speaks of it in many different ways, and each culture and kind refer to it as a very special mountain, a mountain that touches the skies. And the four of you know it as a meeting place, as just kind of a place, a fairly neutral ground place for dragons to meet when things need to be discussed. And as the four of you travel, you can choose if any of you traveled together, but you all end up meeting at the base of the mountain. In what sort of way do you make your entrance?
I would probably make my entrance in a cloud of poison as I try to make the scrolls go away.
Awesome.
Little fuckers are conspiring against me.
And as Ash flies in, he would settle, and a frost would kind of precede him, and kind of coating the trees and the leaves and the grass with a crunchy sort of mist. Then when he lands, you can hear things sort of shatter.
Awesome.
As Izzy lands, a flash of lightning is going to strike the ground and just kind of crackle around, and the ground scorches as she takes her first couple of steps forward.
Awesome.
Oxy flies in under the cover of numerous thunderclouds and lands as the clouds part.
Awesome. And the arrival of these four dragons scares off everything. It doesn't matter, even the most gentle of dragons terrifies all natural beasts. They flee, and they know that, especially when more than one dragon gathers in a place, that it just is best to be somewhere else, be as far away as possible, because something dangerous might happen. However, the four of you do see two creatures that have not fled. At the base of the mountain, at this small little path that the humans call a road, is a man and a mule. And in fact, the man stands there with a very tight grip on the leash of this mule to keep it from fleeing. But it seems to be quite calm. And he beckons to you. He waves in a reverent way. He's hoping that you will come, but he is waving and beckoning for the four of you to come over to him.
Don't trust this. He looks like he works for the squirrels.
I'm gonna say, is he Juan Valdez? I don't know.
Well, curiosity's gotten the better of me again. I believe I'll go ahead and check it out, and she's gonna walk right up.
The human sweats visibly as Izzy approaches, and he eyes all four of you, and you can. He's very aware of his situation, of his comparative situation, of the danger that he's in, and says, and in very butchered Draconic, "Mighty dragons, I have been given word by the gods that you would help me, that you would carry the offering to the shrine atop the mountain. Would you do this and bring blessings upon yourself and my family and upon the world from the gods?"
Izzy's gonna quietly look back to the group.
Ash will take a few steps forward and kind of slink his neck in and sniff at the man and his donkey. Your Draconic is bad.
I apologize, majestic dragon. But they don't teach at the monastery.
Perhaps they should.
They don't teach at the monastery? Isn't that what monasteries are for?
I certainly thought so.
Well, they consider other pursuits to be of more priority.
There's a bigger priority than learning to speak with something that can eat you?
He kind of just...
You said you said the offering's like in a basket, or
you see that there's some sort of pack on top of the mule.
I'm going to raise a claw and open the pack to look in and see what's in there.
Inside, there is something that even to you dragons is a bit elegant. Like, you're dragons and you live amongst dragons. You know great ancient worms who have unbelievable hoards. And even this item, not in quantity of gold, but in craftsmanship, is catching. You see this small figurine made purely of gold. And upon set in the hands of the figurine, in his palms, are 2 sapphires. And on its tongue, a ruby.
Ash's eyes just flare when he sees it.
That is quite lovely. And you said we're supposed to take this up the mountain?
Yes.
Do we take the mule too?
Please don't.
I'm gonna look at it. Can we take the mule too?
I'll take the mule and the gold.
You better share one of those.
I ask her,
half the mule.
I would be interested in the gold.
What's that, Ting?
Are your legs broken?
No.
Well, you can walk, and I bite the mule in half.
Ash will move in and grab the other half and kind of tug back and try to rip off a piece of the mule.
At this absolutely terrifying situation, because his hand was on its leash, like he's 2 feet away from it as it's torn to pieces. He falls back in shock. and sees the beautiful figurine fall to the ground, right in the center amongst all 5 of you. Well, the 4 of you and him. And gods, but you were to follow their instruction.
I'm going to blow out a cloud of poison around the figurine to try and push him back.
Yeah, he like backs away from it.
I'll tell you what, I'm a bit nicer than the rest of these here. I'll give you a ride home in exchange for that item.
No. It's a holy object.
So are we? We've been worshipped for millennia.
But it must go to the shrine.
Are there other things like this at the shrine?
Not anymore. The gods take them. It's an offering.
Greedy bastards.
Ash will put his one paw forward and just set one claw on top of the trinket there. Seems like it's a worthy thing to claim.
At that moment, he breaks. He just 4 dragons, all of this too much, and he just stands up and begins to run away. He flees off to the left, just off to the side of the mountain, down into the woods, and begins to just run.
I think he was working for the squirrels.
I wonder where he's going.
Wonder if there's more stuff where he's going.
I wonder where this shrine is.
He said it was at the top of the mountain.
Well, I suppose the first one there is the first one who gets to lay claim.
I'm going to fly up in the air.
The moment you flap your wings and begin the magic that gives you flight doesn't work. It doesn't take hold. You do that sort of lunge to get started, and that's it. You just get
you're
green dragons are always so clumsy. I just close my paw around the gold trinket there, kind of concealing it a little bit under my hand.
And as you squeeze around it, it feels like it's growing in your hand. It feels heavier as it grows. But as you look down at it, you to inspect what's going on, you see that it's not growing. You are growing smaller. And your scales are beginning to recede and take on some strange pale orangish color that seems human.
Oh no, I'm turning into a human with fake tan. No.
And you all begin to see a similar effect. You all begin to grow smaller and fall down. Ash, you get to the point where this small trinket it weighs. You can feel its weight now, if gold weighing over your arm. And you are all now human. Aside from one thing, each of you keeps either your wings or your breath. And which was it for each of you?
Breath. For me.
Breath.
I kept my minty cool breath.
All right, cool. Then whatever magic this is consistent.
Is this the breath weapon?
Yeah,
right.
I know. But I was giving you an opportunity to back out because you now kind of have to climb a mountain.
Oh.
Naked. Climbing a mountain naked.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if we find enough squirrels.
That's right.
Actually, no, you are wearing clothes. You are wearing clothing that just a minute ago you would probably kill someone for wearing. You're wearing dragon hide clothing. You're wearing your own scales.
This is shameful.
This clashes with my scales. Why are we like this?
The
eternal question, why are we like this?
The figurine just gleams. Just you see the two sapphires and the ruby just give off just a sparkle with pure intention behind it.
I don't like this statue.
And yet, I find it strangely appealing.
I think he was working for the squirrels. I think this is a conspiracy to get my hoard.
I examine the trinket a little bit more closely.
Would you like to roll religion?
Sure, I can fake religion. Sure. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Hey, I faked it well. Look at that.
Nice. This object is purely an object of intent. You can see behind it the craftsmen that put it together, and the miners that collected the gold, and the smiths that brought it out of the ore. All of them were of middling skill, but their pure intention and their pure devotion to creating this object as an offering has made it as wondrous as it is. You look at it again, you look it over, you see there are defects, there are dents and scratches. It's not perfect, but yet it just is so brilliant. And
do I know which religion it belongs to?
It would appear to be the kind of this area, the common one. It appears goblin, human, orc, elves, everyone in this area, they all worship the gods, and they have no names. They are just these beings that are atop the mountain, or at least above the mountain, and
who are
these
worshipped
objects
by
that are
middling
made.
crafters.
Yeah. and they bring these things, and these things become more precious due to the devotion put into them, and more precious because the gods themselves desire these things.
How tall is this mountain? Is it the tallest one in the area?
By far, yeah, absolutely.
Of course. Had to be the tallest mountain. Well, I look over at the bronze dragon. Now that you've gotten us into this mess,
is there still a mule left?
Who we had Oxy and Ash had been the two to bite at. Is that correct? Am I remembering?
that's correct.
Yeah.
I can pick a little bit out of my teeth, but I don't know if it changed size with me, so might not be much.
And our formerly blue dragon, you ate all yours, didn't you? Or did you leave some?
Maybe the tail and the hooves are still around.
If you need to make some glue.
We'll take up a couple of hooves. And I'll have them in my hands for right now.
All right.
You're gonna be like that Monty Python guy with the coconut.
And this is how we stay at the base of the mountain the whole time.
Right. We only have 4 hours, guys.
All right. Well, I don't think I necessarily got us into this mess, but I mean, it seems maybe if we take it there, I don't know, something good will come out of it.
To you, Ash, it seems clear that the gods want this. Their focus, their thoughts, and their eyes are on this item.
Well, that's never stopped me from keeping something before, but
we might need to have words with these gods.
I think so. It looks like we have a mountain to go up.
I'm gonna be going like this. I'm like, is this what the inside of my scales looks like?
Well, and you also see other things that you've probably never seen as a dragon.
I know this dragon got around.
Okay. I won't presume.
I mean, being a bronze dragon, I've transformed a few times to commune with the humans, so this isn't too terribly new for me.
I transformed a few times to commune with the alligators.
Yeah, I just keep checking my teeth, missing the actual fangs and whatnot. What are these teeth anyway?
Everything's so flat.
Yeah.
I got a hankering for lettuce now.
So I'm going to forget for a moment that I'm in human form. Like, okay, well then let's go to the top of the mountain.
I hang my head, I pick up the gold thing, and I start walking up the mountain. I see somebody's got to take a lead here.
And why does it have to be you?
Because you didn't. I gave you the chance. Bronze dragons.
I just said, let's go. Okay, whatever.
I'll kind of nudge up next to Izzy and go, maybe you should assert yourself more. I mean, kind of.
Because you're doing such a good job?
I don't need to assert myself. I have my swamp. Besides,
I have oceans.
Well, I look around, like kind of a landlocked area.
This is going to be wonderful. As you all go up the mountain, at first it's a straightaway, straight towards the top of the mountain, not zigzagging any yet. And the path goes forward before it takes a left. And right at the left, where it would start to kind of zigzag to get itself up the mountain, there's a waterfall falling down just in front of the path. So not on the path, but just behind it, down on the rock face in front. And amongst it, you can see several fish swimming up it entirely with ease, just up and then down and going back up and around, and it's just swirling through it, almost as if the water's not even there and it's just flying. Like it jumps out of the water and then back in and just weaving and darting through the water. And then it speaks to you. The fish waterfall, you're not sure what actually speaks, but it speaks to you and says, "Hello. I see you have come upon misfortune. Old ones."
I am so sorry for the way this character is turning out, but I'm going to scream. I'm going to blow out poison at the waterfall.
It's a dex save, right?
Actually, I think it might be con because it's the poison.
All right. Whatever it is, let me know, and I'll roll for it.
Constitution saving throw. DC.
Constitution saving throw. All right. I got a 19 on the die.
Somehow, the waterfall dodges.
You see all the fish like jump back and hide behind the water, and the poison goes into the water. As soon as the mist touches the water, it like goes onto it. The water becomes dark, but then it flows down and continues down the mountain and probably kills a field or something. And then the fish go back. Excuse me. That was rude.
You startled me.
Well, I am startled as well to have 4 dragons in human skin coming up my home.
Well, then we're even.
Yes, except you fired poison at me.
To be fair, most waterfalls don't speak.
Yeah, Ash is just standing there clutching the gold thing with his mouth open, like looking back and forth at the waterfall and the people talking to it.
Well, all right. I suppose that I am fairly unique. But here on this mountain, I will not be the first spirit you meet. I am a herald of the gods, or an associate at the very least.
Well then, Harold, how do we get to the top of the mountain?
Well, you can walk, or you can take some shortcuts.
Shortcuts would be best. How do we get up the shortcuts? I still clutch the gold thing like he's going to take it from me.
I will ask you a simple question. Upon what right do you claim that object in your hand?
Well, I mean, the person that brought it ran away.
Finders keepers?
What about the other 2?
I simply thought it was a really nice object and would go well with the rest of my collection.
And that gives you the right?
Depends on what perspective you're looking at.
How big is the waterfall?
Not very big. It's like 4 feet wide. It's just this small, clear pouring down of water. But it is coming from quite a ways up.
I'll lean into Ashley. You breathe ice, right?
I used to. I think I can.
I mean, I can breathe poison still, so.
Poison ice. I hear you.
I just want you to contemplate something real quick. How great would it be to have a spirit encased in ice in our hordes?
A gold spirit? Those fish are shiny.
I mean, the ice can be shiny. I don't know. Maybe the fish are made of gold.
Well, it's worth a try.
How quiet are you all being?
Not nearly quiet enough.
You know, I might think that. But I'm also used to being a dragon who is very loud.
Izzy's just going to kind of look back at the pair and roll her eyes. Yeah, no, that's taking it a little far, don't you think?
Well,
no.
Taking this thing to the top of the mountain is taking it far.
It's not taking it far enough. I got to get back to my swamp to get this there. I mean...
Yeah, you might be under attack by squirrels.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Forget the squirrels, man. Forget the squirrels. We got to focus on the fish right now.
But they might be at the board.
That's the best line.
Listen.
Forget the squirrels. We got to focus on the fish.
It took me a century to get all of those acorns.
All of them, eh? Well, I just know that at the top of this mountain there's ice. And the sooner I get back to ice, the more comfortable I'm going to be.
The waterfall says, I just need an answer from one more of you. What gives you the right to...
I look over at the blue dragon.
to take?
Hey, gold is gold.
Fair enough. It is not my place or my duty to judge. I merely seek truth.
You're sounding awful judgmental for somebody that doesn't judge.
I've got to agree.
I'm waiting for a butt.
The waterfall stretches forward. The bottom of it just sort of curves along the ground towards you, almost
Oh, I
kind
breathe.
of like a smooth...
I breathe ice on it. I totally breathe ice.
All right.
Oh, no.
Yeah. What's the save on that one?
DC 13 cold damage.
And is it a Constitution saving throw or a Dex?
Constitution.
Constitution. All right. Let's see. I'm going to give it disadvantage because it's water.
Awesome. I'm all.
Yeah. So it's frozen. It's just
Nice.
frozen solid, and it's kind of taken this sort of ramp shape towards you because it was sort of stretching out forward and now is stuck still.
Oh, that was close.
Do we have weapons on us?
No, not currently.
I'm gonna look for a sharp stick that I can, or a rock or something I can hack away the ice with.
Make sure to get a piece with a fish in it.
Harvesting waterfalls.
Actually, Vil, can you roll me survival?
Sure.
Yeah, so you get some very rudimentary tools, but find that that's not too hard. And also, you almost think that with even these rudimentary tools, with a frozen waterfall, you might be able to climb it. Like with just some spikes of stone, you might be able to just like kind of stick your way up there.
I'm going to look at my rudimentary tools and then look at the waterfall and then look at my tools and then look at the crow in the tree. Remember the tools. Like, okay, first we harvest, then we climb.
All right. I mean, there's no role for harvesting these frozen fish, so you just got them. You can just.
I'm gonna look at Ash. I'm like, okay, I don't want to say that we each get one. I'm gonna kind of push my head towards the bronze dragon, like, but if we put this in your care, you can keep it cold the entire time, right?
Well, there's only so often I can breathe on it, but as we go up the mountain, it gets colder. So, I guess.
I'm just going to kind of slot the pieces of fishy ice in between the statue.
I've never felt this sensation before. It's like the opposite of hot. I don't understand.
Humid?
Humid, that's what it is.
This is great.
And then I'm going to try to climb up the waterfall.
What are you doing?
I have an idea.
Can you roll me either athletics or acrobatics?
Sure. This will go well. I'm a very physical creature. You know, just for the hilarity, I'll do the one that has the negative.
All right.
Oh.
13. You managed to climb. Somehow. You're staking in with these little shards of stone and climb your way up. It only goes a ways up. You would estimate maybe a quarter of the way up the mountain. But you just keep going. You're able to get yourself up there most of the way. Then you kind of stop off and there's a tree coming out of the cliffside and you sit there for a bit and just kind of rest on it. And wait there for a few minutes until a squirrel chases you away. Then you keep climbing.
I'm so happy the squirrels have been embraced.
And then keep climbing until at the top, or not at the top, excuse me, but the top of the waterfall, you see what looks like a shop, a store. There's just some tables laid out with things strewn about it, and a old man with a very ridiculously long pipe sitting there in what looks like just like a spreading like a outdoor lawn chair.
I'm gonna look back down the waterfall.
I wave. I stand dumbfounded that the green dragon just climbed up the judgmental waterfall that tried to kill me.
I'm just going to drop my tools. I'm like, I could use some.
Why did you do that?
It seemed faster than walking.
And a little bit later,
my wings hurt though.
Stone spikes fall.
Yeah. Step out of the way.
Vil, this man says in a kind of smug, annoying voice, looks like you could use some rope.
I could probably use some rope.
I happen to have some right here. And he heaves a coil of rope onto one of the tables. Yes, I have some rope here. I might sell it to you even.
You would sell me the rope?
Yes.
I'm going to look down at my absolute nothing that I have. You would sell me the rope?
Yes.
What if I, just took it?
It would be unwise. You're standing next to a cliff.
Yeah, but I can fly. No, I can't. I'm standing next to a cliff. This is true. And that is one very long ice slide. Did you know the talking waterfall?
I did. She is my sister.
Aha.
So it's a family business.
Well, we became fast friends. I mean, are you sure you don't want to just help me out? We wouldn't even be taking the rope. I would just kind of be lowering it down for them, and it'd still be here.
I will trade it to you. In fact, you can take anything you like from my store. I ask one thing from you.
What's that?
I want the opposite of what my sister desired. I want a lie. A creative lie. A very clever lie.
There's the character in the back of my brain again.
Go for it. Go for it.
You are very handsome.
Very clever. Very clever lie. Very clever. You may take the rope and whatever gear you require. And so whatever you have as weapons and gear and stuff on your character sheet, he gives you.
Sweet. I'm going to... Do I know how to tie knots? I'm still trying to decide this.
Well, you might just lower it down and hold it.
Maybe. I'll lower it down. Take the rope.
So, as I see rope falling toward me, I dodge out of the way again.
By take the rope, I don't mean actually take the rope. I mean hold on to the rope and climb.
Izzy's going to completely ignore this and grab the spikes that had been thrown down.
All right,
she doesn't really trust him.
You want to roll?
Oh, yeah.
Athletics or acrobatics, your choice. Yeah, you can climb.
You're showing your assertiveness. I like it.
You don't let him see, but every once in a while, when you do kind of slip a little bit, you just kind of brace yourself on the rope and then keep going.
I don't see it, but I probably feel that tug on the end of the rope.
I've totally this. I'll see you up there in a few.
Tie the statue to the end of the rope and we can pull it up.
Yeah, that's not
That's
happening.
a good one.
Okay, fine. Tie yourself to the end of the rope and maybe we'll pull you up.
That's not happening either. I take the 2 frozen fish, and first I put the statue in my mouth because I'm used to carrying things. And I take the 2 frozen fish and I use them like spikes to climb the waterfall. Here's my athletic. What can I use? Athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah. Take your choice.
I'm going to shut down. Why?
I'm gonna acrobatically. I'm gonna like loop around the fish and then another fish and loop around the fish.
You know what I had to do to get this rope?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Get to the top of the waterfall, and when I get there, I'm gonna like flip forward and land with 2 fish in my hand and a thing in my mouth and look at him with a stink eye.
I'm gonna look back and just hold up the other end of the rope.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm gonna take the rope and start tying it, and
all right,
talking to myself, and just I can't believe I got turned into a human and climbing.
I am Ting. I apologize for this so much. I'm just gonna look at him and go, What do you mean? What does that mean? I just got a freaking rope, and I'm gonna throw the rope.
Can I try to catch the rope?
Please roll a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
I am so sorry, Ting.
What do we got? 19, yeah!
Oh, yes!
Yeah.
Saved your life.
Well, it was like 2 feet up. It was
No, totally saved your life. You're welcome.
I'm gonna look down. What for?
Izzy, you can roll a athletics check to pull, and Ting, you can give me athletics or acrobatics at advantage because you got a whole rope and all that. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay, so a nat 1 for Kay. Does anyone want to help? If not, we'll see what happens. Does anyone else want to help? You're muted.
Sorry. After I say what for, I'll just kind of glance over. I'm like, watch your step.
All right. No. All right. Well, wait. What was that? Athletics, Ting? Yeah, that was athletics. Apparently it doesn't matter because you rolled a freaking 22. So you feel the rope go loose and fly past you. And it's like, okay, I'll do it myself.
I'm just grabbing onto the holes that everybody's made with this. I'm just free climbing.
Fish-shaped holes. Yeah.
Yeah, you just climb up there yourself with a rope tied to your middle. And the old man looks at Vil and says, money well spent. Hello, friend. Would you like to buy anything?
Look around.
I'm fully kitted out now, by the way.
Oh yeah, you would see that Vil has like all his full kit of gear. What kind of gear is this that you got?
Let's see. I've got lots of stuff in my inventory. I got backpack, bedroll, blankets, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, whole bunch of stuff. All of a sudden, Vil is kitted out.
How did you pay for that?
I've got fish. I'll take what he's had. I step forward.
I had to do many disreputable things.
As he just slowly raises a brow.
I sell my wares in exchange for lies. Clever, good lies, interesting ones. If you can give me one, you can take whatever you like.
I think you have a really great business model.
Better than you think?
Best one.
Go ahead. Take your choice.
She's just going to start grabbing what she needs.
All right. What about the two of you, my friends? You got any wonderful lies for me?
I walk forward to him, clutching the gold statue. You can have this statue.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Take whatever you like.
And Ash will outfit himself as needed.
Awesome.
I untied the rope.
Do you just let it go?
No. I
I'll go, oh, thank you, and I'll take it. And
I'll wrap it.
And you, friend, got anything for me?
This one's weird.
That rope saved my life.
What do you think, friends? Is that a good one?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
I believe it, actually.
Go
I'm
ahead.
Just trying to figure out how to lace up my boots.
Take your choice. And so, yeah, you're all equipped with all of the gear on your sheet and can get continuing on the trail. Actually, though, before you go, he does point out, well, now that you are paying customers, you are able to use my premium access path. And he just pushes a curtain that has like a rock face painted on it, just kind of like a Wile E. Coyote painting. Just pushes it, and behind it you see a staircase going up.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the rest of the group and start heading up on my own. Just don't say anything. Just go.
My adventuring instincts are screaming at me, but I'll follow.
Where do these stairs go?
To my brother.
It's your sister, isn't it? You're lying to us.
Maybe. No, I don't give those away for free.
All of your spirits are related.
The ones that live here. As you get up this staircase does not mesh with the aesthetic of anything. Like, you're going through carved stone, but the staircase itself is like nice marble. Like smoothed marble as you go up, but then like around you there's shrubbery and trees, and it's just kind of spiraling up. Even more Monty Python. Until it gets up to a landing and then goes horizontally, rejoining onto the mountain. And sitting here, you see a large number of plates with cuts of animals on them, and like cuts of meat. There's a bit of pork, a bit of beef, a bit of nearly anything you can think of. No thinking creatures, but nearly any beast you can imagine laid out just upon the ground, there are these plates. And also sitting there is a statue with its arms outheld, and its arms are like ridiculously wide, out of proportion to the statue. And from it comes a voice. Hello, welcome guests.
I'm going to scream and spray voice.
I'm going to slowly start inching my hand towards a piece of fish on a plate, hoping that I'm not being noticed.
I welcome you.
Wanted fish.
To a banquet.
I heard what you said. Well, what? Yeah. Anyway, I heard what you guys were saying. I don't trust that.
I welcome you to a banquet. You may eat as you like. The only thing I ask is that you share your favorite with me.
I'm going to very nervously just take the hooves and...
I shouldn't have eaten all that mule. Well, if we have to eat, I suppose. Start perusing through the food.
What kind of meat do you hunt for? There, you find.
I don't see any frost giant in here.
You also do find a bit concerning. Like, it's hard to tell them apart. Back in olden days, you just go, "Oh, yep, that's a timber wolf." But this human sense of smell is pretty dull.
Do they have like markings to say what they are?
Nope.
No little tags in them.
Yeah, let's say no. Some of them are obvious. Most of them not so much.
I'm basically just going to run my nose along everything to try and find squirrel meat.
I look at the green dragon and I say, these opposable thumbs are actually really useful as I flip a fish around, but our noses are not what they used to be. What do you smell?
I smell meat.
Me too.
So what method would each of you like to try to both decide and find your favorite, your choice of these options?
Any of it, so all of it's raw, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I feel like because of my natural and ongoing enmity of squirrels, that I would have a time or two prepared them for myself. So I would look for something that looks like a cut of squirrel.
All right, so I think in that case, because mostly you're just looking for the shape of creature, there's not much meat on squirrel, so it should be fairly obvious to find. So why don't you go for a nature roll for me?
Okay. Why am I in spells? I shouldn't be in spells.
How do the rest of you hunt down your favored food?
I'll probably look for the least bloody and coldest piece, as I would definitely wait till my food normally cools off. I'm probably getting some indigestion from that mule. It's too fresh. But yeah, that's what I'll look for.
And as Ash does that, I throw up.
Just off the side of the mountain?
Yeah.
Just strike some very unfortunate goat.
That's the guy that's running back to his monastery.
Ash, you find that nothing is cold. It's all just unpleasantly room temperature. In fact, slightly warm because the sun is out.
Well, I'll find the largest piece and kind of Superman blow on it, just a little, just to cool it down a little bit.
Yeah. And the statue says, "And please share."
Well, there's a reason why I chose the biggest piece. I try to bite, like it's kind of like watching the Flintstones brontosaurus burger kind of, bite, and I eventually tear off a piece and keep trying and keep going for a little while. This will take a while. I'm not what I used to be.
Do I find the squirrel?
Oh, excuse me. Well, the 22, absolutely. You see this small creature you would recognize anywhere.
I'll take it up, and I'm guessing it's like the entire squirrel.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just opened up.
Boneless squirrel.
And I'll go.
It's like a rabbit. It's like when people cook rabbit.
I'll go over to the statue and I'll look at the squirrel and look at the statue, and I'll kind of take the head off the squirrel and put the rest of it on the statue. I'm keeping the best part.
And immediately start going, what are these teeth for?
It's like, this is much crunchier than it used to be. Maybe I should have kept the other half.
They finally tear off half of what I was eating and throw the other at the statue. There.
You can see the statue's fingers just move in sort of a beckoning motion, like, here.
Fine. I give it a hug, and then
That's not what I intended.
Yeah. No, I pick up the meat and I put it in its hands.
That's wonderful.
So I know what charred camel looks like, so I'm gonna breathe some lightning on the meats.
Awesome. Find just a piece.
Yeah.
We'll cook it up a little bit, take a little bite.
Point of order. Does the statue present female?
Not particularly.
Okay. He didn't lie to us then. That's good.
Yes.
I'll tear off a piece and put it on the statue.
Nice. You can hear the statue just sort of humming and awing, like inspecting, like it notices, because like Ash basically just picks a large piece, doesn't care what it is, just and then cooled it off, and a squirrel and bit of camel and interesting. I look forward to this meal.
You're related to the two down there, right? The waterfall and the old guy?
I am.
Is there something about the family where, like, you don't mean to, but you just sound judgmental?
Yes.
Good. It's not just me then.
Once things are settled and everybody's handed their stuff, Izzy is going to search for just a ham. And I don't know, do I have to roll to figure that out? She's traveled and communed with
ham. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and take some branches from the tree and go ahead and cook it.
Oh, all right. Just full on.
I've got a tinderbox. Why not?
All right.
What are you doing? Don't do that to the meat. What are you doing?
Have you never spent time with people?
Yes, I've eaten every single one of the people I've spent time with.
Well, no, this is
time to digest the armor. Listen, you're ruining the meat.
Don't.
No, you know what? You'd be surprised. This actually tastes pretty good. Just hear me out here. And she's gonna try to cook it.
All right.
I go throw up with the blue dragon off. Turns my stomach. These good metallic dragon.
See, Ash, these humans have such sensitive stomachs.
I know.
I'm gonna poke the ham and they go, "Ow, son of a!" Like, that is the weirdest looking squirrel.
Should I roll survival to see if it turns to like char?
Yeah, why not?
It's gonna be great.
A 10? I mean, it's not. You're just used to it being blackened, not being a bad thing. So you just kind of go a little far, and like, yeah, that's fine. It's got a nice bit of an outer layer there.
Seems like all artistic pursuits on this mountain are middling. Walk back, wiping with a puke off my nose.
This is the part where I take my battle axe out and just to cut it in half.
It is called Middle Art Mountain. I mean,
you can hear an audible like from the statue.
And I'll take one of the halves and just hand it right over. Here you go, enjoy.
A little overdone, but you can't argue with handmade. And with, well, not love, but perhaps mild passive aggression. Yes, you may all continue up. All things are food, even dragons. And all things will be eaten, and all things will die. And all things will continually serve each other. And so, the things you ate will serve you. And you see all the food just like kind of fades out of existence. And 4 sets of creatures approach to help you up this next leg of the mountain. Ash,
the statue.
You didn't actually pick specifically what it was. Can you just roll me like a d20?
Sure.
18. Okay, I'm gonna say that's bears.
I ate bears. Nice.
So for each of you, the thing you ate, a small group of them arrive and will carry you, if you let them, to the next leg of the journey.
I will scream and breathe out poison at the squirrels.
I'm just gonna lean back, relax, put my hands behind my head, and just let them carry me up. Ride the pig wave.
I begrudgingly let them do it.
Yep, yeah, camels. I mean, for you, only one. You only need one. That's something actually meant to be ridden.
Yeah, I just kind of touched the bears at first. And I go for the one that's not too hot and the one that's not just right, but the one that's too cold. That's the one that I right up and up.
And you hop on top of it. The other bears realize they're not needed and they just kind of wander off. And then this bear just goes, all right, vertical cliff, let's do this. And just starts going up.
I like this bear. Have you ever eaten a little girl with Goldilocks? I have. Bond with the bear. It's good.
And Vil. So yeah, squirrels chase after you, then they see the cloud of poison, and then they retreat and sort of move like water around it and gather up around you and sort of envelop you in a swarm of squirrels.
I'll be flailing and screaming the entire time.
And they push you forcibly up the mountain.
Spiriters, I knew you. Alarm, alarm.
And then sitting upon the next area, there's this flat open space. And the center of this flat space, this carved out stone, is painted in a rectangle in a quite neat little I mean, none of you know what this is, but basically it kind of looks like a tennis court with no with no net. It just looks like this kind of weird battle mat thing. And standing upon it is a fully animated scarecrow who walks around kind of lazily, drunkenly, kind of still, kind of like a drunk person on stilts, just kind of step, lean, step. Hello. Ooh.
I'm screaming and flailing at the squirrels with my scimitar.
The squirrels like dump you and immediately bolt.
I'm taking a nap on the big wave.
Once you reach this area, they kind of like gently between the two of you kind of scoot you down and lay you down on the ground gently and move away. The camel goes up and just kneels down, lays itself down. And the bear just kind of goes up and is like, all right, I'm done. Then flops over.
But we had such a connection.
Well, I mean, you kind of do because your leg is under him, but it just kind of it feels like you're kind of poking it. It's trying to wiggle, like get you out, but it's not willing to like actually stand up. It's just kind of.
I think that bear's a dog.
This is awkward. I kind of play dead for a moment, hoping the bear will stop and go away.
And it like eventually gets up. It's like, oh, fine, you won't get off. Just like walks away from you, then lays down, some like over on top of a pile of moss.
I'll be standing there like panting heavily, slide the scimitar back into its sheath, look around, and go. So that went well. Where are we? I
Hello.
kind of for a little bit.
I'm here. Hello. I'm still here.
I'll look at the scarecrow and like just stare for a moment.
Go ahead.
And scream.
What's going on?
Not an encounter without a poison gas cloud to kick things off.
I'm so sorry.
This is great. I love it. Hello. Are you interested in the shortcut, or do you just want to walk? You can go up there. It's only a couple miles. Or do
I'm always interested in shortcuts.
All right.
I'm gonna lean into Ash. How long's a mile?
I don't know. I think I threw something a mile once.
That's about 10 seconds while flying. So, yes, you're interested? Yes?
Yes.
It kind of looks at all of you as like, okay, yes, yes, okay. Well,
Wait, before you start, are you related to all of the other things that we've talked to?
Cousin, yes.
Cousin. Okay. I don't trust.
Reserve judgment on the judgment.
I still don't know what's going on, guys.
We're human.
There's a bale of hay with clothing talking to us.
Wait, what?
I am here to challenge you.
Of course.
Little bit of a scrap, yes? You interested?
I look at the green dragon. When was the last time you fought a scarecrow?
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I. All right. We're down.
Yes, you are. Wonderful. Here, let me get ready, and you can set yourselves up here inside the rectangle. Stay in the rectangle, and we'll commence just momentarily. Let me get my things. and he runs over into like a little barn shed that's off in the corner.
I'll summon up my glaive.
So to clarify, we're fighting hay?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. And she's just gonna pull the trident off of her back.
Cool.
I'm just gonna like shake myself a little bit to make the spores start circling around me.
So, a question: do we have all of our class features and everything?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You're you.
Good times.
And the Ting, do you have any preparation? Any ready up?
I'll pull out the great axe.
Awesome, great axe. And you hear the kind of it sounds like marching, someone moving in armor, marching up out of this little barn shed, and then emerging with kind of a little shower of hay and light, approaches this scarecrow. He has now adorned his head with a tin bucket, and it has in his arms a pitchfork, and on his back has a scythe. On guard, brave warriors, let us fight. And we can roll initiative. Let me pull up the tracker. And
I got a little excited there.
And actually, I need to give you guys you all tokens. So actually, no, I don't. I can just, because we don't need to track that. I just need to throw tokens onto the field so that the game knows that they exist, but we're not actually going to worry about them. There, and I'll just throw that on. Okay, so we've got K. We've got scroll up. At turn, and you got a 7.
My rolls are going so well tonight.
All right, and Ding's got a nice 8, and Ash's got a 13. Vilrath has got a 11. Let's roll for the Scarecrow. Well, don't worry, he didn't get that great either. Sending, there we go. Except I'm going to swap those. Player goes before NPC. All right. Ash, you're up.
Well, I am going to what? I think I'm going to use my Hex Blades Curse on him, and that's my bonus, and charge at him and give a couple swings here with my glaive.
What does the Hex Curse thing do?
I'll put it up here for you. It is right there. So basically, he's cursed for a minute, and I gain a bonus to damage equal to my proficiency bonus. And any attack roll that I make against him is a critical on a 19 or 20, not just a 20.
Nice.
And if he dies, I regain my level and charisma modifier and hit points. And I have to wait a short rest before I can use that feature again.
Alrighty.
All right. And
go for it.
All right. So first attack with the glaive. I'm actually going to do my Great Weapon Master swing, so the heavy one.
Go for it. Whew.
So a 7 to hit.
A 7. You slice through and take the bucket clean off his head.
second swing. 13 to hit.
13. That one, he does a move that, like on any other target, would be impossible. He just sort of like at the waist, he just goes entirely 90 degrees backwards. Just kind of whack. That was a close one.
Tricks. All right, that's it.
All right, and Vilrath.
So for Ash, since you're using a glaive, that means you're 10 feet away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So this won't hit you. I'm going to cast Call Lightning.
That's a good start to a fight.
Yeah, it's a DC 15 dexterity save.
All right. Well, I rolled a 1.
So 15 damage.
Awesome. Yeah, you strike him and he just kind of freezes, just ah!
And I'll raise my scimitar and go, ha-ha.
I look back and give a squinty glare at the green dragon.
What?
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. And Ox, you're up.
Okay. Thinking back to all this that's happened today, I go into a rage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
And I'll attack recklessly
Oh, okay.
with my great axe.
All right.
Oops.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah, you got him. You don't need advantage. You got him. Oh, yeah. Very nice.
And then second attack.
And that's plus. There. And, ooh, nice. Actually, though, 14 barely misses him. So the second strike is a miss.
Okay.
You bring it down and put a very, very large chop into the ground as you come for like mega overhand swing and come right between his legs, and he just kind of scoots back a little bit. Ooh, what? That would have been bad. And now he's going to take a turn to strike at a few of you. He's going to first poke at Ash with his pitchfork. And you see this pitchfork, it looks so mundane, so bland, until about, what's your AC?
17.
Okay, he hits you, and seconds before this pitchfork strikes you, you just sort of get this glimpse into what's really going on, and you see this like flaming, spiked, black metaled trident coming straight forward. It jabs into you, and then it's just a pitchfork. It's just a pitchfork, and then pulls it out and does dice and does 10 damage to you.
Oh, illusionary pitchfork. Illusionary pitchfork.
And then he sort of quick draws out a little sickle and slices at Ox, who's right next to him. And I crit.
Uh-oh.
Which, I mean, this is the best person to be crit because the barbarian is raging. And so he brings out this little scythe. And again, you just right before it strikes you, you see this thing turn from this rusty old sickle into this curved, mean blade with several notches in it for catching other blades. And this like vicious, you can see the hunger for blood in this weapon as it strikes into you. And it's just a sickle. It's definitely just a sickle. And it strikes doing actually not that much. It does 10 to you, which since you're raging will be cut in half.
Okay.
And that's his turn. Is now Izzy.
I would like to rage as well.
Awesome.
And you're just gonna see, she's been pretty chill this whole time. You're just gonna see her get ticked off. She's been thinking about this. The ham wasn't all that great. And she's gonna take the trident as she rages and just reckless attack, stab at it with 2 hands.
All right, give it to him.
And that's gonna be...
As you can toggle on advantage for the attack, and yeah, that'll hit. That'll definitely hit.
And it'll be the 11. Because it's 2-handed, versatile.
Yes, that is correct. But you should also gain another +2 because you are raging.
Yeah.
I will add that on. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, you stick that in like deep into his chest. And he's, reminds me of my childhood.
I'm just gonna growl at him and strike again.
Go for it. And that's a hit as well.
Nice.
Yeah, total of a 20 strikes him. And he's, well, that's a bit aggressive. We're all gentlemen here, aren't we? Or gentlefolk, anyway.
No gentlemen here. Here be dragons.
Nice.
This is the crazy green dragon's attempt at being snarky.
Alrighty. And that comes back around to Ash.
All right. I will... Just one moment. I will use my bonus action to cast Hex. And so I will Hex him and curse him and then hit him again with my glaive. Again, with the Great Weapon Master Massive Strike, because white dragons know nothing other than full tilt attack. So
wait, okay, so we've got a curse. I know what that one is. What's the Hex? What's that one?
Hex adds a d6 necrotic damage on a hit. But I didn't do it. I rolled a 4. So I got another swing though. So let's see what we got. We got a 5 on that one. So I'm all damage, no precision. So there we go. Next.
What do you? That's a scimitar for you? Or no, it's a glaive. The glaive.
Yeah, so got a 10-foot reach on it too. So I'm staying a little bit back from.
You like cut through him and you like cut like some clothes or something, but don't really get in. He's oh dear, tingly. And Vil, you're up.
I just get angry at him. I wish I could rage. Anyway.
So both the barbarians are within 5 feet.
They are.
Yeah, and you'd also notice a aura emanating from Izzy as she is in this just fury.
Oh dear.
You know what? I'm a green dragon. If they get hit, they get hit. I'll hit with lightning again.
All right. So does that mean everyone needs to make a save?
Everyone's
next to him. So Ting, Kay, and the guy need to beat 15 on Dex. Well, the Scarecrow fails. He definitely fails. I rolled a 4.
Do barbarians get advantage on Dex saves when...
They do. At 5th level, at least, they do. So you can roll again. That didn't help.
No, that didn't help.
It went short.
Oh, damn.
So you all take 13 points of lightning damage.
I'm going to see that happen and go, ooh. I don't usually use that spell with other people around. It's usually just squirrels.
As the lightning strikes the Scarecrow, and the lightning then arcs through him and through the sickle and into Ox, and the net kind of jolts off of Ox into Izzy.
Yeah. Sorry about that. And that's my turn.
I look at the damage from the lightning. I look at my glaive. I look back at the green dragon and give him a squinty-eyed stare again. I look back at my glaive.
Do you want me to do it on your glaive? Is that what you're saying?
Shut up.
All right, Ox, it's your turn.
Okay. We'll get into flanking position.
Yes, you can do that. Yeah.
With Izzy.
All right.
Yeah.
Oops.
Give it. Yeah. There you go. Oh no, it's just a miss. Oh no, that's the save. I'm sorry. That hits. Both of those hit. I'm mistaken. Nice. And you deal a crap ton of damage. That is 16 and 14. Yeah, 30 damage. That's quite a bit. And with that, Ting, arm or leg?
Arm.
And you bring down the great axe with that second hit and chop off his left arm.
Are we going full Monty Python now?
I think we are. I did,
apparently,
but I think that's what we're doing.
3 for 3.
Oh dear. I needed that. and it's his turn. Excuse me, that's kind of rude. I think I will give this a shot. And he tosses the pitchfork to the ground and it jabs into the floor, and he draws the big scythe in his arm and swings around. And could I please get a dexterity saving throw from Kay, Ting, and Magnum?
Huh. Can I roll that to hit?
Oh yeah, you get advantage on that, don't you? Yeah. I mean, Izzy saves, so yeah.
I'm not even gonna, yeah.
Yeah, you all pass it. So you take
only 58 damage.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
You take 5 damage. That was not good. Yeah, you take a total of 5 damage, which then both of the barbarians cut in half. Wonderful. And he's that's disappointing. Arm, save the day. And his arm that's lying on the floor is going to try to strike Ox in the foot. And don't worry about it, he missed. You see, just kind of
arm like flopping on.
Yeah, and I think we're going to take a break before we continue on to the rest of it. I'm happy to just pause in the middle of combat. We're fine with that, and we can just go to the break if that's what we want to do. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right. We're ready whenever.
Yeah.
You are.
All right. We're gonna take a quick break. However, before that, we are gonna start a giveaway for some pretty cool prizes. There is a hardcover copy of Monster Hearts 2 by Avery Adler, a $20 Modifius gift certificate for the store, and a Be Better Weapon Master 2 PDF by Absolute Tabletop. So what I'm going to do now is open up the giveaway. You have about 15 minutes, and the keyword is !dragon.
Yay!
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I'm just gonna quickly make sure that that's going on right now. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Awesome.
So when we come back from the break, we will announce all the winners, and yeah. So we will be right back.
Immigration has become the defining challenge of our generation. Communities are under attack because our US policies are pushing people into the shadows. How we respond to this challenge will determine how we are remembered and who we are. That is why Raíces exists.
Raíces is a nonprofit organization that offers legal services to the immigrant community.
The vast majority of our clients have zero resources, and we try to help them pro bono.
We work with people who no one else will work with. We work with people who are in detention, women, children. We work with people who've been detained at the border.
We work with families who are intact. We work with families who've been separated. We work with people whose families have rejected them because they might be transgender. We work with people who come from war zones whose families have all been killed. We try and take every case, and when we do, we see it through until the end.
I look at our clients and I see my own family. I am the product of an immigrant family's journey.
Many of us that work for this organization are immigrants ourselves.
I'm a former refugee from Iraq. I came in 2010. My clients have the same story as mine.
My grandpa was an immigrant from Cuba, and really when I look at my clients, I think of him and I think of the rest of my family.
As someone who came to this country undocumented, I feel privileged and honored that I'm able to do this.
We believe that the Constitution extends to all people in the United States, including immigrants.
We believe that everyone has a right to due process.
We believe that no person is illegal.
We believe that refugees are supposed to be in the United States.
I mean, we believe that families should remain intact, and there's no reason to separate them at the border as punishment.
We're committed to people. We're not committed to parties. We're committed to the people.
We believe that we're all human beings and we deserve to be treated well.
Raíces was founded in 1986 and born from the sanctuary movement, which itself was a response to immigration policies in the early 80s that really made it impossible for Central American refugees to seek protection here in the United States.
It was a two-person office to begin with. We didn't have air conditioning or heat. We were distributing food, clothing, had medical care. We weren't doing visa work until probably around 2000.
When I started at Raíces almost 20 years ago, we were only 3 people, okay? 1 attorney, another legal assistant, and myself.
We've been here for a long time, and yes, we've met each crisis as it's come.
We just need to keep growing and growing because there is a lot of people out there that needs our help.
We have a family detention program. We prepare people for their credible fear interviews.
We're in the detention centers every day, talking to our clients, hearing their stories.
We have a children's program. We provide legal presentations for the children's rights.
Children need representation while they're still in detention. Otherwise, they would go to court alone.
We have community immigration services, which can range from renewing an application for DACA to applying for citizenship to applying for a visa on behalf of a crime victim.
We have a refugee resettlement program.
We help them to adjust into this country. We help them with housing and food and medical.
But also when they move to other cities in this country and need continuing services.
It's really about creating those partnerships with the community to make sure that our new community members feel welcome and safe and protected.
Last year I was almost deported, and Raíces came in, and without knowing anything about me, they helped me, and I don't think I would be there if Raíces hadn't helped.
I hope that one day our clients can be able to walk out on the street without a fear in their hearts. I want to be able to have a country where we can welcome asylum-seeking families in a system that isn't designed for them to fail.
They're a grassroots kind of organization that helps the community at the most basic level. They went out of their way to help me, and because of them, I'm able to keep going to school. I'm able to keep the life that my dad brought me here to build.
When you work at Raíces, you actually get to witness our nation being born anew. Every time we work with a client, you're literally watching the beginning moments of one of those stories that we hear about. We talk about our forefathers. We actually work with people who will be the mothers and fathers of the future generation of Americans.
The most patriotic people that I've ever met are new immigrants. The most ambitious people, the most qualified people. These are the best people that their countries are sending. Why would you want to close the door on that?
We've been doing this work for more than 30 years. We were here before. We're here now, and we're not going anywhere.
We're now live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to now announce the winners. I may have possibly messed up how it is written, so just to be super clear, we have 3 winners winning 3 different prizes. So the first prize up for grabs is a hardcover copy of Monster Hearts 2 by Avery Adler, a $20 Modifius gift certificate for their store, and Be a Better Weapon Master 2 PDF by Absolute Tabletop. So our first winner for the hardcover copy of Monster Hearts 2 is Shogun. And our second winner, who will win the Modifius gift certificate, is Ting. Congrats! And our last winner, who gets Be a Better Weapon Master 2 PDF by Absolute Tabletop, is no, Shogun, you don't win again.
No, I don't think I
is Naisa Gaming.
Yay!
Yes. So I will figure out all those prices. In the meanwhile, take it away, Shogun.
Yeah. All right. So last we left off, we were in mostly comedic but slightly daring combat between 4 humans who used to be dragons and a scarecrow. And this scarecrow has lost an arm, but the arm has not given up hope and is trying. It's putting its heart into it. And the rest of the scarecrow is also giving it a shot. And I believe now it is Izzy's turn to give it a shot.
All right, I am going to go ahead and just keep trident in both hands. I strike twice. And sweet. And then I am going to use my bonus action for Storm Aura.
Ooh.
So yeah, basically going to need to make a dex save on that.
All right. 18.
It passes.
All right. Is it half or nothing?
Nope, nothing.
Which aura are you?
Storm, or well, no, brain. C. So essentially, lightning's going to strike and just horrendously miss.
Wait, no. I see Dex DC 14, half damage on success.
Oh, half damage. Okay, so
1d6, and he'll take half.
I somehow missed that. That's my bad.
All right. Ooh, nice. Of all the options, that's the best one. All righty. And back around to Ash. Maybe they'll hit something.
Well, I haven't hit anything yet, and so I still stay at the 10 feet back, and I swing my glaive around in a fancy fashion, and then I cast Armor of Agathis because I'm not going to hit him, and he keeps hitting me. So we're doing that, and that gives me 15 temporary hit points, and maybe a little bit more protection. So 15 it is, and now it's somebody else.
Vil.
I'm going to look at the people I just electrocuted and like, I am so sorry. And I'm going to move up and I will activate I'll sacrifice 1 wild shape and activate my symbiotic entity.
What does that do? That sounds really cool.
So my Halo of Spores, I'll bring that one up first. As soon as I click the right button. There we go. Does that amount of damage to a creature I can see when I move into space within feet of you. Starts its turn there. And then Symbiotic Entity does that. So my spores are automatically up.
Mm-hmm.
And then my Symbiotic Entity kind of wakes up the spores. I get 20 temporary HP. I roll double damage dice for my spores and 1d6 additional poison on my weapon.
Nice.
Cool.
And is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. I think in response to that, the Scarecrow is going to take a legendary action.
Oh shit.
Wait, hold up, what?
Stupid
legendary scarecrow.
Legendary scarecrow. Yes.
I remember when I had a legendary action, boy.
Back in the day.
Bottom of the
few hours ago.
Yeah, just this morning. I had 3 of them.
And he is going to dust the hay and just sort of like pat himself when the one arm he has remaining on the chest, and a bunch of dust just flutters everywhere. Mites and dirt and leftover little bits of hay flutter everywhere. And could I please get a Constitution saving throw from all of you?
Is this on his turn or is he using this out of turn?
He's using this out of turn.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll take the damage when it comes around to his turn. All right, we are going to say that is a 13 or higher to pass. And those who fail it are going to have to choose to either give up their action or bonus action on their next turn as they are sneezing and coughing too much to fully put their attention into their turn.
I will give up my bonus action because I haven't used one yet.
Oh, wait. Ash has disappeared from the initiative tracker.
Oh, no.
I will add you back in. And what was your initiative? 13?
13, yeah.
There. And then we were on
Yeah, that's where we were at.
there. Then the monster goes. And now the monster is going to take, I believe, 2d4. Is that what it is? Or is it just 1d4 then doubled?
I believe it's 2d4.
Yes, double your damage dice on Halo Spore. So please roll me 2d4 because he is definitely inside the area of your Halo Spores. 3 damage. I mean, damage is damage. You know, it all helps. And now he's going to... I think he's going to give that scythe another shot. So everyone... Now, please give me a dexterity saving throw, because...
Oh, that was... he has to make a constitution save.
Oh, before he takes the damage? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What's the DC?
15.
Nope, he fails, so he gets it.
Okay.
And you said dex save?
Dex save from all of you. The barbarians should have advantage. You all pass, so you will all take half damage. Which is 9 damage, which is cut in half for all of you, so 4 damage. And then the barbarians cut it in half again.
And since he hit me with my armor of Agathis,
that is true. Yeah, he does something.
yeah, he takes 5 points of cold damage.
Wonderful.
I believe it's 5 points. Hold on, let me see. With second level or higher for each slot or level above. Oh no, it's 15 points of cold damage. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah,
real
that's
good.
that's even better. That's even better.
Actually, that puts him just over the edge. Magnum. Leg, or arm?
Well, there's already one arm on the ground, and he's got to hold that scythe with something, so other arm will do.
All right. And as he strikes at you, the arm kind of freezes at certain parts, and with the momentum just kind of snaps off with it and just twirls around and lands on the ground. Oh dear.
I say, take that as I nurse my wound.
And now it is Ox's turn.
I'm gonna pick up the arm and beat him with it.
Yes. Roll an attack with your regular melee attack. But then we'll be using different damage for it if you hit.
You are proficient in arm.
Let's see.
See, now, if you were proficient in scythe and you picked up somebody's arm who's holding a scythe,
This is technically hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, fists are a monk weapon, so if you're a monk, wouldn't you be proficient with that? All right, so a 16, that will hit. As you sort of like pick it up and just swoosh it back and forth. And so actually, I'm going to have this take up both of your attacks.
Okay.
But you're going to deal 3d20.
Oh,
potentially a lot, potentially very little. Let's give it a shot. A lot. We'll go.
Nice.
And again, it falls to you the honor to tell me left leg or right leg.
Go right leg.
right leg gets sliced off, and he's like, hey, I got it. Don't worry, I got it. I got it. As he kind of hops around, trying to maintain balance. Izzy, it's your turn.
All right, same sort of deal here. I'm going to go ahead and attack twice, double-handed with that trident. And again, use that bonus action and...
That's a dex save?
Yep, dex save, 14.
He passes that time.
All right, so...
Take half damage, plus all that other damage you added on.
So going to be additional 2. And there's addition 2 points because rage things. So
that is true.
Yeah.
So that's 14 plus 4, so 18. Then add, you rolled 4 on there.
So 2.
2. Okay. With that, you take off the last leg and it falls to the ground, but manages to keep upright. Says, this is inconvenient. But I'll get you yet. And then
You don't have a leg to stand on.
Then all of the hay sort of collapses under its own weight into this pile of hay, and then reforms into just a hay bale, just a small hay bale, just an amorphous blob of straw, and says in kind of a grumbly voice, I'll get you yet.
Are you drunk?
Ash, you're up.
All right. First, I gotta check and see if my hex is still up. Just a concentration check, and then I stare down the hay pudding there, and I give a few swipes at it with my glaive again with the great weapon master, and first strike there, a 10.
10. That hits it.
What? No way.
Its AC changed because it's no longer. It's
for 30
now damage. 30 damage. That blasts through it. And fortunately, your weapon is magical, so that will actually count. But you do see that it kind of just sloshes through it. And if your kind of the tingle of magic weren't singeing this creature, you think you wouldn't have really gotten a good bite into this thing anymore. But
I'm glad it's magic, because here comes another hit. 16.
That's definitely a hit.
All right, for what, 24 points of damage.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use the haft of the glaive with a 14.
That also hits. Jeez.
For another 24.
That was really good.
Yeah. Take that, you ball of hay.
It's definitely going to use a legendary action.
Oh, legendary.
And it's going to just schloop onto one of you. And I'm going to roll a d4.
No.
Not schloop.
Anything but the schloop.
Schloop.
And Ox, all your senses are now replaced with straw as it entirely envelops you and sort of scrunches on in a humanoid shape around you. And Ox,
what is it with this family and wanting hugs?
Can you
I
please
know.
an attack with your weapon? Eight. Oh. Vil, does that beat your AC?
No.
Okay. As Ox is like kind of twitched and moved around by the hay that's entirely enveloped them, and they kind of take a swing, but Ox is kind of keeps control pretty well. And Vil, it's your turn.
I had an idea, but it's attached to somebody now. I'm still gonna do the idea. Ting, I apologize. I want to go up to the hay that's attached to Ox, and I want to do produce flame on it.
That's not normally an attack, is it?
It can be an attack.
Oh, it can be? All right, then pull it up. What's that do? Is it a save or an attack?
It's a spell attack.
Spell attack. Okay. That hits it. That certainly hits it. It catches on fire. I'm going to give it a con save to see exactly how intense. And it rolled a 4. Yeah. So, Ting, how much fire damage do you think it's reasonable for Ox to take as this thing entirely just poofs? It's like that magician's paper. It just kind of poof, and it's gone.
Well, barbarian while raging would take half anyway, right?
Depends what kind. Are you totem of the bear?
No, I'm a berserker.
You're berserker, so it would take full damage on this one. I mean, I'm just thinking just like 2d6, not a ton.
Okay.
Sound fair? All right.
2d8.
2d8. All right.
Yeah.
That sounds reasonable. I'll throw that down on jet. And only 6 damage. That's not bad. As your eyebrows that you've only had for like a couple hours singed off.
I'm gonna go, ooh, see, I'm not used to other people. Although I probably should have tried that at the beginning instead of and then I'm gonna release the storm cloud.
And the kind of floating ash and soot all collects down and just sits inside of the scarecrow's shoes. And you hear the voice from it. Well, I think you won.
I'm gonna walk over to the shoes and just kind of poke them with my scimitar. Do you need I want to say, do you need a hand up, but I'm not sure how I would do that.
No, I'll be fine. Straw grows everywhere.
Okay, but do you?
Yes.
I mean, dragons are everywhere, but I'm not each and every one, I think.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't bother yourself.
Am I you?
Are you having an existential crisis?
No, okay, you're all you.
We're good. We're good then. Okay.
Ash angrily chops at the shoes with his glaive. Just one more time. Take that, stupid.
I do think it's funny that we defeated the boss of legendary actions with a cantrip. It's primarily used for light.
Well, you may continue on. Just follow where wheat grows. Down that way. And you see the arm that's over on the left just kind of raises up and points. And what formerly was a wall face, you see that is now a field growing. It doesn't seem very deep, but just a bit of wheat growing in front of it, just enough to block view of the wall.
You said that, so when he was fighting us, he had a scythe, a trident, and a sickle?
A pitchfork, but yeah.
Pitchfork, well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, basically the same thing.
I want to look at the sickle.
Yeah, it looks just like a normal kind of rusty, dull old sickle.
I'm putting my belt.
All right.
I'm just going to start wandering off in the direction that was indicated. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. I'll help you out with that. And I'll pick up the arm and take it over to the shoes and just set it down next to the shoes.
And again, Ash looks at him with his mouth agape, like, what are you doing? I just like...
Well, I mean, when you don't have much, you value what you have.
I rub my wound.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna turn to Ox first, and I'll cast Cure Wounds. Not used to other people. Let's see.
No, I don't think any of us are.
It's 7 for Ox. This is not going to be much because I have to cast it at first level. And then I'll turn to Izzy. That's 9.
Thank you.
And I'll do Ash last because he's kind of a dick.
Oh, so mean. And he only gets 6.
Yeah. I understand, Karma. I understand.
You do? And I'll look at the gold statue.
I clutch the statue. Yes, I do.
Anything else before you proceed through the hay?
I'll go, oh yeah, I remember how to do this now. And I'll do chill touch on the fish to keep him frozen.
I clutch those two. Thanks.
Hey, one of those is mine.
I know.
I'll just hold on to it. As you all pass through the wheat, it feels deeper than it should be. You go through and kind of keep pushing through till you come through on the other side, out in another clearing, entirely different. This one's like, you can feel you're on a mountain. It's sloped, and there's just like a tiny little tuft of wheat that you all climbed out of, and up the mountain, just a little ways, you see the same statue you saw before.
Oh my god.
Oh, really?
This hugging thing is getting ridiculous.
We are really going to have a Knights of Me moment.
I mean, in between or during the break, y'all pointed that was a possibility, so it's gonna happen.
It's great. Yeah, it's fair.
And the statue is wearing like, well, not wearing, but kind of drawn on it. You see like a mustache.
Trying to be somebody else. I love it. I'll just kind of stare at the statue.
Hello. Come come right over here. This way.
I mean, I'm not really all that hungry.
No, you mistake me. I am not that other that's my twin brother.
Oh.
Well, okay.
Clearly.
Your twin brother sicked a bunch of squirrels on me.
Yeah, he does that to everyone.
I'm really thinking hard about call lightning.
Here, I can help you go up much faster. All you need to do is bring me one simple thing. I just want, well, not one, a few simple things.
I walk up to him and give him a hug. Come on, everybody. This is what he wants.
All right. Bring it in. Bring it in.
All right.
Well, as much as that is appreciated, I actually wanted some frozen fish.
Oh.
Izzy's gonna look at Ash.
But they're so useful.
I'm gonna lean into Ash. I'm like, okay, so we harvested 4. Those 2 didn't say they wanted any. We can give the 2 and keep the other 2.
That's right. That's right. Here.
Are y'all being?
I give you 2.
Are y'all being quiet this time? Like,
no.
we're just in the background.
Not at all. Intelligence was one of my dump stats, so not at all.
It's not one of mine, but she's been alone for a very long time.
Izzy's just gonna look at Ox and just be like, really? Why?
You remember at the beginning when we decided that the metallic dragon was there because she was kind of leaning towards being with the chromatics?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of second guessing happening here.
A little bit.
So yeah, we'll give over 2 frozen fish.
Should have shared the fish.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, perhaps 3 frozen fish? And the statue is going to try to haggle with you. What charisma skill do you want to roll to haggle with the statue that wants some frozen fish?
Dear.
Intimidation. I just glare at it.
Go for it.
Look at that.
Yeah, 21.
We gave you 2?
And I mean, it's probably just like dew, but you could almost swear that the statue's like sweating, like just a little bit of water just kind of rolls down the side. Yes, 2 should be fine. That's what I meant. Yes.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right. I look over at Vil and give a wink.
I just kind of give a very knowing nod.
Yes, thank you for the fish. And the shortcut I am giving you is go just up that way a little bit. It's definitely a shortcut. I swear that it's longer the other way. You just go up this way.
I'm going to stare. First of all, I want to do an insight check on that.
Yes, go for it. Yeah, with a 16, there's no shortcut. He's just telling you to go up the path. Like this isn't.
I'm just going to stare at him, and then I'll lean in real close to his face, like uncomfortably close. Go, how did you get the mustache on there?
It's natural.
I want to try to rip it off.
Hey.
It smears.
While I watch this, I start to suck on one of the frozen fish like a popsicle.
I'm going to take out some berries from my herbalism kit, and I'm just going to squish and rub them on his head, and then rub them on his face, and now he is a ginger statue. I'm helping you out.
To be honest, it's not half bad. That's not bad.
I mean, it's better than the mustache, right?
I like this color. Yeah, I like this color.
There's no shortcut, is there?
No, but I do want the fish.
Yeah. I'm going to take the fish back and walk towards the path.
Oh, good. You should try one now that you've got your own again.
What's funny is that we're basically trading on this NPC's sister.
They're spirits. They're more than just the physical bits.
I hear there's more fish down there.
And
with a fish sickle in my mouth. Yeah, a bunch frozen into your. We are horrible people.
I mean, I'm supposed to be lawful good here. Let's be real. So, whatever.
So, as you continue up the path, you just go up a bit and you encounter what is probably the actual puzzle for this kind of area or encounter. And sitting there down, like cross-legged, you see actually I'd like a history check from each of you, because this is a common thing for humans, not so common for dragons to interact with this sort of thing.
I can fake history as well.
Yeah, apparently.
No, not.
Apparently I can too. I was not expecting that.
This is the shell game. You see this person's got these little half cup. He's got these little bowls laid down, and they're laid down on this flat surface, and he's kind of like shuffling them around and pops one open. You see this little like rock in there, and then pops it down, swirls it around. Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing here up on this mountain? It's not quite hospitable.
I mean, it's been hospitable so far. Look at all this stuff.
No, not fair. What can I do for you?
I mean,
trying to get to the top.
Do you know a shortcut to whatever shrine is at the top?
You're headed up. I may know of a shortcut. Anyone who wants to can roll insight to get a bit of a look in on what's going on.
Oh shit.
A 1, a 10, 19 from Ox. Ox, you get the impression that this person is not necessarily lying. They do know of a shortcut, but you kind of realize this person's not a spirit. This is just a dude. This is just a person. Just a normal person. You can kind of see he's not as kind of caught on to what's going on. All the other spirits, they kind of knew, oh yes, people are traveling and we're gonna do all these things. This guy's just here.
Just here. Is he
playing a shell game on the side of the mountain?
I mean, what are your hobbies?
I feel like this is not your best demographic. I mean, oh fuck, are you working for the squirrels?
Is there a tent nearby?
There is. Yeah, there's a little tin cup.
Tent or
tent. Yes, there's also a tent.
Oh.
Okay. How long have you been up here?
Oh, just a while. A week or two. Well, it took like a week to get up this far, and then I've been here for another almost a week.
Hold up, it took you a week?
Yes.
It's been how long for us?
No, a few hours.
If that.
Wait, you got up here in a few hours? You don't have any, like, you have a horse or something I can't see?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a mule.
I was about to take a sip of nope. About to take a sip, nope.
It's in 2 different locations. Technically 3.
Well, well, if you want to get up the mountain a little faster, I mean, I suppose you've got it handled. Leave your devices. I'm sure you don't need my shortcut.
No, we need your shortcut. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Why are you up here?
Well, and you might think I'm a little crazy, but word is there's some spirits on this mountain.
No.
You don't say.
And
You're joking.
And supposedly rewards come to good-hearted folks who engage in games of wit with spirits. So come to test my luck.
I kind of look around at both good-hearted folk and games of wit.
Anyway, how about a wager? Yes? Just as a simple wager. What do you have on you? Valuable, just something simple for a quick bet.
Fish.
Fish?
Spirit fish.
Fishsicles.
Sure. I'll take one of those in exchange. If you win, then I will tell you the way ahead. I'll get a little bit of practice, make sure I'm not rusty when I meet any of these spirits. Sound fair?
So what you're saying is we're doing you a favor.
Sort of, and I might be doing you one. We'll see.
How about you tell us your shortcut, and we can tell you one of ours.
You did say it took a
I
week
give
to
the
get up
blue
here.
dragon the guns. Like, yeah.
Finger crossbows.
Finger crossbows. Yeah. Yes, well, I don't know if yours is any good. Well, I suppose
we don't know
pretty
if
sure
yours
it
is
is. That's true. All right, let me hear yours first, and we'll see. What have you got?
Don't everybody talk at once.
How many shortcuts have we used so far?
3.
3 or 4.
Can we just do like nose goes?
I'll tell him the second one.
If you talk to this old man. Wait, that was the first one, wasn't it? Well, no, it was the waterfall.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, so I'll tell him about the merchant.
An old man, you say? You don't think maybe he was a spirit or something?
I mean, and I just won't. I'll stop there.
I put a fish back in my mouth.
Well, I certainly hope I can find this old man, maybe a spirit. I mean, I'm pretty good at lying, I think. I could take him for a view. But yes, the shortcut. The shortcut I found to get just a bit farther up is underneath my tent. Here, let me just move it.
You camp on top of a shortcut?
But why?
Isn't that a really uncomfortable dip?
Well, no. So see here, and he opens up his tent, and you see inside of the tent, there's this little, like, really short. It's like a foot radius. Like, it's not very wide, but this clear little pool of water that goes just straight down. There's no bank into it. It's just straight down.
Tent looks like it has a leak.
No, I sleep over there, and the post is in between me and the hole, and I've got fresh water all the time.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. That's down. Not up. So...
Yes, it's fascinating, isn't it?
I'm going to insight check him again.
Yeah.
That's
that's better.
A 19.
21.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, you both think he's sincere, or at least thinks that this is correct. He may be mistaken, but he thinks it's right.
I'm going to stare at him like,
he is an awesome liar.
Do you work for the squirrels?
I mean, I've done a game or two with a squirrel, but I'm pretty sure it was a druid.
I take the fish out of my mouth and I walk up to him and I stare at him and I test to see if he's a spirit and give him a hug. And then I step back and look at him real, like out of the side of my eye.
That was a bit forward.
I think he's legit.
So down to go up. That makes sense. No, you know what? That makes sense. That's, yeah.
Is that how it works? Have we been going the long way?
Yeah, all you needed to do was dig a hole at the bottom of the mountain.
Well, I look at it this way. You know, when you're flying and sometimes you really want to do a really straight down dive to get that prey, and you go up first and then you come down faster.
I fly really close to the ground, otherwise you might spot me.
I just I put the fish back in my mouth and just wait. I'm just like,
No, you know, I'm with you there, Ash.
You're free to hop in.
So you used this shortcut before?
Yes, a couple times.
And where did it put you?
Farther up, I think.
How many times have you gone up this mountain?
No, this is my first time. I just found this one here.
This is your first time you found a shortcut that goes up.
I think so.
That you're not sure of. Wow. Even I think that this might not be a good idea.
Listen here, my intelligence is 12, so you know what? If you had to rate it on a 1 to 20, I'm about 12, so you know what? Let's just do it.
Yeah, but I like to think of myself as a very wise person, and this person's all that wise.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If you don't trust me, I'll show you.
That's a great idea. When in doubt, throw him down.
For a fish.
I'll push him into the pool.
He falls into the pool backwards. It kind of scrunches up and falls down. And like the moment he touches the water, he just goes like gone. And the water splashes up a bit and he's gone.
I freeze the top of the water.
Oh.
I'll let him back up when he like he knows that we're in charge. That's it. Like frozen. Done.
And then about like 20 seconds later, you all right. You see his face smeared against the ice.
Yeah. I'll smash that ice and pull him out.
Oh, what happened? What? It got a lot colder.
Freak weather pattern. What happened to you?
Well, I went through and then you didn't follow, so I came back.
What's on the other side?
There's some bear.
I'm in. I go. I love that bear. I take the treasure with me. I jump in. Come on, bear.
He's got the treasure, so let's go. And she's just going to cannonball right in there.
As they jump in, I'm going, I got to row. Okay. And I'll just go in after them.
Yeah.
Ting, you follow?
Yeah, I'll say with pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah. I gotta dry off again. And as each of you jump in, you feel a powerful current pull you through, and you fall through and feel yourselves falling and hit the ground. And if you look up above you, there is another hole in the ceiling of this cave that you seem to be in that has water in it that doesn't seem to fall out.
I resist the urge to freeze it. I strongly resist the urge. I wait till everybody comes through.
Then all of them fall through. I hope you move out of the way.
Yeah, I move out of the way.
That moment when you're thinking, is the comedic effect worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're now all gathered around in this cave. It's all quite dark, but there is the hole in the ceiling with the water is a source of light that you can see the sunlight through it.
How high up is the hole in the ceiling?
Like 20 feet.
I'm gonna look up and I'm like, how did he get back up there? He didn't have rope.
Well, I got up a waterfall without rope. We did give him a fish.
I got up without rope too.
I mean, we didn't give him a fish.
I gave him one originally when he asked us for one, didn't we?
No.
No.
Oh,
You just got it immediately instead of receiving it.
Oh, no, sorry. There it is. I misplaced it. Talking with my mouth full. I apologize.
You do see a small pile of rocks that was there, but not after Ash fell on it.
Still got it. All right. Crushing rocks. Well.
Didn't he say something about a bear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
there's also a bear leaning against the wall and kind of trying to scratch itself against the wall.
I'm gonna scream and spray poison.
I think the scream and motion you do is kind of like when you act the rare occasion when you startle a cat. It's like
I'm just picturing you going like this.
And the bear just kind of waves at Ash okay.
I wave to the bear. Is it you?
It's trying to scratch his back, right? So I'm just going to try to walk up and scratch his back.
And it freezes. It's and then slowly lowers itself onto the floor. And just stays there as long as you're scratching it.
Just keeps going until somebody tells me to stop. I'm just gonna.
All right. I'm like, okay, Izzy, stop for a second. I just need to see if it's the same bear. And I try to get on the back of the bear and ride it. I think this is the same bear. I just one leg over, real slow.
This is a cold bear.
I love you. I give him a hug. And I found him again. Remember me? I'm the guy with the fish. Right?
It just kind of looks. Yeah, licks your face.
That was gross, man. Don't do that. Just let's stick with the mount thing here.
No, just trust me. Breathe out ice.
Oh, you freeze them?
Oh, that's right.
Well, tell him to stand up on his hind legs first.
And your face just goes. And that it feels like it kind of might have been a little bit of a mistake. Like if it feels kind of good being a white dragon, but also being a human. You're like, oh, that kind of hurts.
Vil, I can't see out of my left eye. I can't see out of my left eye. Why did you tell me to do that?
I thought it would be cool. I mean, you see people.
It is. That's the problem. Oh, it's like eating 6 gallons of ice cream.
You see humans with the beards, and they always like.
The bear stands up.
Oh, there we go. Okay, easy.
And starts walking.
Yeah, come on, guys, let's go. Where are we going, bear?
Follows the bear.
The bear kind of waddles along, meandering back and forth, and then kind of pushes its head through this mud. Like there's mostly like rock walls to this cave, but it gets this part where it's just kind of mud. It pushes its head through, kind of squeezes Ash through with him.
I cling to the bear.
And you pop out into this neat little kind of grotto. It's almost entirely squishy, wet moss. And there's this old mossy shrine there. And you can see a lack of mountain. The only mountain is below you. If you look in any direction, it's just sky.
Sorry, I don't. That was my cat. He just, yeah.
Wait, we're live again. It's okay.
It's all right.
And
Rude.
now he has followers.
And the shrine's got this kind of similar little glint to it, similar to the little figurine that you have.
I'm gonna be the next one through. Went, oh, it's so wrong. That's just gross.
Well, now I'm covered in mud, and we're in a mossy shrine.
I'll start rolling in the moss, trying to get the mud off.
The bear starts to shake the mud off of himself.
Oh, I hold on to the bear really tight.
Wash. And now there's mud everywhere else except on you and the bear.
I give the bear a big hug again. I'm like, I love you, bear. You're the best bear ever. Get off the bear.
You do notice there's an imprint of like a silhouette of you in mud on the bear because you kind of like tugged onto it.
That's right. Something to remember me by. That's right. I'll even like freeze it into his muddy, wet fur with my breath. Just I'll always be with you. And I tap him on the back.
So you are at the end of this journey.
I'm going.
However you choose to play this.
I am going.
Oh, is there like a little altar to it for us to put the gold thing
There's
on?
this little shrine here, and it's got this aura, this little glint to it, just like that little shrine. It's got the eye of the gods on it.
Oh, awesome.
I'm going to turn to the bear because he's been kind of that's almost an uncomfortable situation. So I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
All right.
I'm going to go up to the bear. I'm like, so, I mean, is this guy bothering you?
No, I'm good.
You cool?
Yes.
Okay. Just, I mean, okay. And I'll just turn back around.
And I start walking toward the altar with the gold thing. Slowly, step by step, looking around, making sure there's no booby trap or anything like that.
And I will follow, slowly sucking on a fish sickle.
That's right.
I'm gonna look around for any flowers, like as I walk forward.
There's some flowers, mostly mushrooms popping out of the moss, but there's some flowers.
Can I take one of the mushrooms? Can I pick one of the mushrooms, try to figure out if it's poisonous, and eat it?
Yes, roll nature.
All right.
Typically, you figure out if it's poisonous by eating it.
Well, I mean, we're gonna see what happens. You know, it's fine.
Definitely poisonous. And you do know this as you were going, wait.
No.
So, what is the final action? What do you choose?
Well, I approach the altar and I turn back to Vil and say, "Follow my lead." And I reach forward with the golden thing on the altar, and then, like Indiana Jones, I pull out 2 fish and do this. And I turn to Vil, "Be ready to run."
So I got my 2 fish out like daggers.
Please roll me deception.
Okay.
No. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand? Okay.
Roll me sleight of hand.
I'm going to be right
15.
next to him with my fish, like ready to help out.
You successfully sleight of hand the gods. And the fish just sort of like float up and away.
I will do something that I have never done before, and I will share. I will give my remaining fish to him while I'm sucking on mine.
I take it. I don't even look at him. I just take it out of the corner of my eyes. I watch the other fish go up, and I put it in my mouth. We both sit there sucking on a fish, watching each other. And I clutch the gold trophy, and a tear freezes as it rolls down my cheek.
Izzy's gonna look back at Ox and be like, "Seriously, why do you hang out with these people again? Why?"
We don't hang on that often.
I mean, how many years pass before you meet up?
So,
convention every
20, 30.
And I think we're going to end it right there. And I'm not going to tell you if these dragons get to be dragons again. Because they kind of like straddle the line on yes or no. So I'm just going to leave it up to you. And I think
I'm Dragonborn.
I think it is time for real fast outros. Because I think we're running on time. I think. Am I mistaken?
I think we're actually we're early. Yeah, we have a whole hour.
Dang it! I'm super mixed up. I saw the wrong message. I read the break message again.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Retribution from the gods.
No. That's fine. I am totally fine with that. So now instead, I'm going to give you the choice. Do you want to be dragons again? Do you become dragons again?
Well, it is my goal. And I've got this great thing to add to my horde.
I'm going to say yes, but see, I've always wondered what happens to a chromatic dragon when their alignment changes.
I mean, really, can we say that, I honestly, I don't even know if I can say I'm chaotic good anymore. All my life choices today, I really, hanging out with you guys.
Well, because I'm like wondering if there is a severe change in alignment, would a chromatic turn into a metallic and a metallic turn into a chromatic?
Well, this world has no precedence on anything, so sure.
Because I feel like Vil is very curious about people now.
Uh-huh.
Vil spent centuries in a swamp that she kind of stole from a black dragon because she got she didn't know that a forest was supposed to be her responsibility. So yeah, I feel like she probably is shifting alignment towards more like lawful, neutral.
All right.
To try and engage people more, but at the same time, she's still freaking batty.
In this case, your scales just and you do get your scales back. You begin to, and you could choose to, because you all have the ability. I'm just going to say it right now. From now on, if you didn't, you do now have the ability to become human whenever you want. And Vil, your scales kind of change a bit. They're still green, but they're kind of a bit more glossy, and each one is sort of almost like it's got like a film of opal across each one of them.
Nice. Look at my scales. I'm like, oh, you can keep the statue.
Izzy, so you're saying you're going a bit more
yeah, neutral for sure. I wouldn't say evil, but
and you're a brass? Bronze. Your scales just kind of, they get a similar thing, but more of just this kind of film of flame, of heat. Like you can see this kind of gloss of energy just right underneath the scales.
Huh. That's new.
Ash.
Well, Ash has actually warmed some. He's fallen in love with bears, hugs, and now has a keen hankering for frozen fish. But yeah, so I think in some ways he's white dragons are traditionally chaotic evil. I don't think he's evil anymore. He's certainly selfish, certainly chaotic, but I think he moved to chaotic neutral. And I don't know what results in a white dragon that becomes just purely
Got
chaotic.
an idea.
Oh no.
Growing in kind of in between, in a very kind of rugged, not like patchy or like falling apart or scraggly, but kind of rugged, thick fur grows in between your scales.
A furry dragon. I'm turning into a bear.
Bear dragon.
On the inside, you're becoming Olaf. You like warm hugs.
And Ox, do you think you might be the same dragon you started as, or do you think you might have changed?
Probably changed. Ox definitely learned about a little bit about teamwork and
up with us.
Some appreciation for human tools.
Yeah. And for you, your scales take on a bit of a rougher shape. They kind of get this almost like stone slate kind of look, this kind of unbreakable wall shape. Like it's just this beefy, tough creature gets just this more, even more so, just this, you're just certain that any strike is just going to be deflected from the scales.
As we're watching the fish rise to the sky, Ash and I are sucking on our fishsicles. I'm just going to very gently reach out and
What are you doing?
Listen, it's moments like this you need music. Frankly, this is all I have.
Okay,
and then
good.
Just a moment later, 2 frozen fish fall from the sky.
Hey, Ash?
Run.
Hold up. We took on the scarecrow. We can take this.
We took out a scarecrow. We can take.
And then the next moment, a giant lightning bolt strikes one of the fish, and it's vaporized.
I said run. I'm too scared to run. Yeah.
Dive back through the mud.
Yeah.
I am busy enjoying the lightning strike, so
I'm going to fly off the mountain. Because I remember I have wings now.
Oh, we do, don't we? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna jump off the side of the mountain and just kind of fly and watch as the lightning strikes and the fish fall.
It was only 2 fish.
As I'm flying away, I'll go, I'll see you at next year's convention. Don't forget Scale Moot 2020.
The bear dives into the mud and like hides in the cave.
And I look at the edge of the mountain, and I look at the cave, and I look at the edge of the mountain, and I look at the cave. I love you, I yelled at the cave, and I run to the edge of the thing, and I jump.
Could I please get from Ox? So where did you end up jumping in the cave, or you jumping off to fly?
Oh, I didn't know that we were already dragons.
It's
so-
you can be a dragon now.
Yeah, I'm going diving off the
All right.
mountain, flying out.
Still using your human traits. Can I please get a wisdom saving throw from each of you?
If I fail this, it's going to be hilarious because I got a +7.
I totally rolled a 1. That's
oh my god.
That is awesome.
Got a 13 there, an 8, a 4, and an 18.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
So Ox feels nothing. Well, he feels like a little tingle of something trying to do something to him, and then just kind of nudges it off. And Izzy, Ash, and Vil both feel a familiar sensation, one you've felt once before, of shrinking.
Oh no, not this again.
Come on, I just...
And Ox sees the 3 humans plummeting towards the earth.
Damn it all, the swells.
I let out a Wilhelm scream as I fall.
You can almost hear the lightning kind of screaming at you, going, "Did you learn nothing?"
I am going to cast Gaseous Form on myself.
Yeah, that's a good one.
While that's happening, can I make a strength saving throw to try to catch myself on the side of the mountain?
Yes, it's it's gonna hurt. Like you've fallen away, so as you catch yourself, it's gonna hurt. But you can do that. You can give it a shot.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah. Okay. Please roll me 4d6 and take that as bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to shout out up at the sky as I'm gently following in my vaporous form.
Ow!
You get to talk as a gas?
I mean, why not?
That's awesome.
Just say I can't.
I don't. Yeah,
that's true.
Apparently not. All right. That's awesome.
Wait. Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's too
In the
bad.
form of Misty Cloud, the target can't talk or manipulate objects.
Oh no!
Okay.
Yep, right at the end.
The second best thing is you can just shape yourself into letters.
Turn into skywriting.
I will skywrite myself. I didn't have the statue.
All right.
I want to spend a bonus action to think about whether to save them or not, and then dive after them.
So, as I clutch the statue and fall, I take that same bonus action and I think about all the things as my life flashes before my eyes.
Takes a while. You're a dragon.
Yeah, I know. That's a long bonus action. And then I look at the gold. I think of the bear. I think of all the fish, and I think of the other dragons. And I hold the statue up toward the sky as I fall on my back, knowing that when I collide with the ground, I will surely die in this terrible mortal form. And I say, fine, if you really want it that bad, take it.
I need you to roll something, but I don't know what.
What about a persuasion?
I was thinking about that.
A sincerity check? I don't know.
You know what? Yeah, because that is kind of the pinnacle of what these deities care about, is sincerity. That's why this thing is valuable to them. So there's no roll.
Maybe a straight wisdom check? Or?
There's no roll. There's just you telling me, are you sincere?
In the most selfish way possible. Ash is sincere, which is an improvement for a chaotic evil dragon. But, you know,
I think we all demonstrate
means that much to you. You can have it, right? Sincerely.
The letters change again. I was just following his lead. What was going on?
And you see something fall from the sky, coming straight for you. There's just massive white energy, and it collides with you at the same moment, driving you down into the ground. And you find yourself in your dragon form, entirely frozen within a pillar of ice.
That could be worse, I say.
I'm still writing out things in the sky.
I'm just like hanging whatever I could grab onto, be it the cliff, be it whatever. I got this.
Yeah, no, you just stuck your what weapons do you have?
I have a battle axe, trident, and
go with that. You just swung it into the cliffside and just drag. It hurts, like it tugs on your arms, and the jolt is a lot. But you're just slow and stop, and you're just hanging here.
Hanging out.
I'm going to spell out. We are so sorry. I'm going to spell it out in Draconic, in Common, in Primordial.
I am just gonna start shouting in every language that I know. Sorry, I didn't make that last call there. And that's gonna be in Common and Draconic, because I have 2 languages because I'm super smart.
And yeah, you see it's hard to incite clouds, but just the sky seems to be frustrated. Not straight up angry, but like frustrated and kind of confused about the situation. And it's just kind of like, and kind of you can feel things begin to move in reverse, as it's just like, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Give you another shot. And it just sort of everything you feel, everything you say, everything just kind of undoes
My
itself.
message is saying, we'll try better.
The message is backwards.
I swear I'll have input this time.
There's one message that you're not quite sure you read right that says, I'll kill him for you.
And now each of you are standing in a cave with a bear.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. I can't cast Speak with Animals. I'm out of spells.
Yeah, you can.
I can?
You get that spell slot back because things went backwards.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Hold on. Speak with Animals. Is this bothering you? Are you doing okay?
Hi.
I'm going to look at Ash. I'm like, okay, this time maybe we should just put the statue back and keep the fish.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe we got what we should get with the fish.
Yeah, you know what? I managed to figure things out, but that freaking hurt.
Yeah. Same for you, Kay. Things go back for you as well.
Okay.
It still hurt a lot when it happened.
Yeah, it hurt. I remember, but let's not do that again. And say we didn't.
All right. And the bear looks at Vil, says, "No, I'm just a bear."
All right, good talk.
I'm getting sort of a message for you.
That's new.
Yes.
This didn't happen last time.
They're saying if you really want it, you've got to show that you really, really want it. Whatever that means. And then just...
I'll turn around to everyone like, they say if we really want it, he's got to show that he really wants it.
And I look at the trophy, but I don't want it anymore. I don't want to be frozen for all eternity. I don't want it. Now I got to show that I want it. You take it.
Only
I give it.
Want it.
I give it to Ox. You take it.
Well, I don't want it.
Well. Then I go.
Well,
I go to Izzy. Well, you're good. You take it.
Good is relative. Damn it. All right. So
I'm gonna look over at the bear. I'm like, would it be better if nobody took it? Like if nobody could take it?
I don't think they're talking about that. They're talking about the thing you want. Not that.
Oh. Well, in that case, I'll take the statue and walk through the mud.
I will hand it over. You got this.
I look at the bear. What'd you tell him? And I follow him through the mud.
The bear's
going through the mud.
On the other on the other side, you see the shrine, but it does not look the same as when you last saw it. Instead, the shrine is a bit bigger, a bit more menacing. And in fact, you see stretching out from it, you see 4 thin and emaciated looking clawed hands and arms and hands stretching out, all of them pointing onto the shrine, onto the pedestal place where you're supposed to put it.
I'm like, yeah, we get it. We don't.
And then the two lower sets move and place the palms on the ground, and the shrine sort of stands up.
It didn't do that the first time.
No, and that's going to make it so much harder to put things on it.
You got this, man. I pat you on the back.
What's funny is that I have guidance, so I can.
Got this.
I'm gonna look at the shrine. I'm like, okay, so none of us want the statue, so that's not how we're.
Roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Token if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. I'll.
Our initiative rolls are so great so far.
Looks like you're all good. There, set you there, and them said descending. Hey, the shrine goes first.
Oh, no.
This is gonna be great.
The shrine moves forward, walking on its hand, on one set of hands, and balls up one of the free ones into a fist, and is going to punch Vilrath with it. And total of a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And total of 9 damage to you.
Okay.
And could I please get a wisdom saving throw from you?
Wisdom.
Yeah, 21. You pass. Don't worry about it. And then it's just going to pass on to Vil. You gonna say something, okay?
Yeah, out of curiosity, since the time reset, did we fix whatever damage happened?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna look. I'm like, okay. Obviously, we don't want it. I don't want any of this shit anymore. I've had a long day. I'm just gonna throw the statue up and throw the fish up and cast Moonbeam on both of them within proximity of the shrine.
Okay, can you first please roll me an athletics or acrobatics roll? 12. The statue, as you fling it, bounces off the front of the shrine and lands on the ground. And then you hit it with Moonbeam. Are you hitting the little statuette or the shrine?
The statuette.
All right.
And I am casting Moonbeam at 3rd level.
Okay. 13 damage. I mean, I guess I'll do a con save for the statue. It begins to sort of melt a little bit, but even as it melts, it kind of melts a bit and then stops. It's quite misshapen now, but even so, it's still got that glint, that shine of the god's eyes on it.
And I'll look up at the shrine. I'm like, there. We don't get it. We don't want it. We don't want this day.
And Izzy goes up. You strike the thing. That definitely is a hit. And yeah. Izzy, you see that it doesn't seem to actually, like, your axe hits it, but it takes no real structural damage. You don't cut into it. What you do is cause it to, like, bend this sort of elbow/knee and fall down, bringing the shrine down near-ish to head height.
Okay. In that instance, since I at least hit it, can I use my bonus action to rage?
Yes.
All right. So she hits it, the thing happens, and angry.
Are you gonna... You should get another attack if you want.
Yeah. Let me... Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay. And yeah.
I'm really realizing now that moonbeam was probably a mistake.
Yeah.
If you want to... Yeah, Bill wants to roll religion. They can.
Bill roll religion.
Anybody or?
Vil specifically.
All right, fair.
19. Okay, so the 19 hits and you strike its other arm/leg and it crumples down.
Oh, no, sorry.
They're both 19. And it's now down right there, like chest height. Vil, you realize, and this is only in your head currently, you can share it if you want, that the way to end this, even though this thing's fighting against you, has not changed.
Okay, so I can... Releasing a spell is a free action?
If you've had one dismissing it, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll dismiss Moonbeam and I'll just shout out, throw it on the shrine!
And it is Ox's turn.
Who has this statue now?
It's sitting on the ground, kind of melted a little bit.
Melted?
Yeah, someone hit it with a moonbeam.
Only a little. It's fine.
I'll pick it up and put it on the pedestal.
All right.
I'll yell up to the sky and say, I'll yell out, "Look, I'm sorry about the mule. All right, I'll bring the guy a whole pack of mules once I change back."
As you try to put it on, it tries to shuffle out of the way. The shrine itself seems to be resisting your attempts. Give it a athletics or acrobatics roll to...
This would be so much easier if we were dragons.
19. Nice. That does it. As it shuffles away, you just grab it and pull it closer and set it down. And then the shrine stops shifting around and settles. And the kind of melted little thing floats up into the air. And now, you do all become dragons again. You are all dragons. For realsies this time.
Oh, good.
And the bear leaves the cave. Just kind of, what's up?
Listen. For the next scale moot, we're not meeting at this mountain.
No, way more than agree. Seriously, no.
I
maybe like a beach somewhere.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, maybe you guys could meet me at a beach, that sort of thing. Meet me in the middle there. We could hang out and just not do this again.
I blame the squirrels, and I'm just going to fly off.
Oh, wait, hold up. What's up with this? Okay, you're gone.
And yeah, unfortunately, I'm a fairly decent DM, but I'm terrible at managing time. So now I am out of stuff. Now I don't know what to do.
Well, I fly off and go find some mules to bring to the guy.
I think we're actually pretty close to.
Yep. Wonderful. That's wonderful.
What? God?
Huh, what?
We gave you a statue. Come on.
Yeah, so actually let's do a more complete, we did the intro, just hi, who are you? Let's do more complete. Hello, who are you? And let's go back around. Let's go in reverse order to what we did before. So I don't know what that was. Rain. What about you? Who are you?
I am
What do you
Ray
do?
Hayes. You can find me here playing Legend of the Five Rings on Sundays. With the new season, I'll also be playing Friday nights in our mask game, and Monday afternoons, well, I guess evenings since it's Eastern time, Monday evenings playing the new Ravnica game. And I also create content for Dungeon Masters Guild. You can search for Rain Hayes on there, and that's where you'll find a lot of my products.
Awesome. Cool. And Ting, what about you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Ting. You can I've played in a couple of games on this channel. You can find me in two of the Rifts games on the YouTube, the VODs on YouTube or on here, and you can find me in Discord, and that's it.
Awesome. Great to have you. And Magnum, what about you?
I'm Magnum Pi. I'm Magnum3141592 on Twitter. And you can find me lurking mostly in the Rifts game because I love Rifts. But I'll also be running Side Quest on December 9th, Numenera. If anybody likes some Monty Cook game stuff, it'll be just a one-shot. But yeah, and other than that, I'll looking to get involved in some more games on here. But that's pretty much what I got going on.
Are any slots filled for that Numenera?
Not yet. They're all wide open. It's a little later on, so people are filling up the earlier games. So if you want to play some Numenera, you sign up.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's located under the Side Quest channel on our Welcome to the Party thing here.
I love me some.
Nice. I that's a system I've been interested in.
It's fun. Super simple.
Kay, who are you?
Hey, I am Kate, also better known as Undead K on the interwebs. You can find me on Twitter at K_undead. You can also find me on the Welcome to the Party channel every day at 8 p.m. Eastern, playing Blades in the Dark. Good times. You can find me recently. I've been guesting with the RPG Lab as a guest inquisitor every Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. And you can also find me on a world that Shogun created, say play-by-post, DnD5E channel. Basically, we're a bunch of emotional trauma drama pirates, sort of a thing. So links will be shared. Check it out. Good times. And yeah.
All right, on. And I am Shogun. You can find me on Twitter at Shogun117. And I'm not in hardly anything anymore. All of my games that I was in just ended. I would suggest you go look those up on the YouTube. that just ended. I helped just for the last couple of sessions in the ending of the Kingdom of Fife, which is a super long running game. It's been here since the beginning of Welcome to the Party. And also the Pokemon game, which is an older one, not as old as Kingdom of Fife, but a quite old one that's been running for a very long time. And it is the most evil campaign I've ever seen, and it's in the Pokemon universe.
That's awesome.
It is awesome, but it's also terrible because a lot of very cute Pokemon died throughout.
That finale was, that finale.
It's I bring out the most evil side of myself for that game. Thank you all so much for playing. You all were great. And thank you to our wonderful producer who's also been helping us out. I only know them on Discord as Dr. Insane. Is that how you do it?
It's Dr. Insane.
Dr. Insane. Okay. I don't. Yeah.
Love it.
That's awesome. So thank you everyone for playing. This is the kind of nonsense I run, usually not this wild and random, but this is the kind of stuff I like. I think that if I want to play a strategy game, I'll go play XCOM. If I want to have a story and fun and do silly stuff, I'll play in D&D.
Agreed.
I loved playing with all of you. This was very great. You were all great.
Thanks for managing our madness. It was good.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Seriously, this was fantastic.
Thanks for letting me shoot poison at everything we meet.
I don't even think I used my breath weapon like a single time, which I totally should have. But
what was it again?
My breath weapon, I'm a bronze dragon, so lightning.
Lightning? You had lightning too?
Yeah. Well, I mean, my storm aura was sea, so it's fine.
Yeah, that was very, very fun. It didn't go in the path of I wouldn't say what I'd planned, because I had planned for things to go off the course, but the sort of starting line of this is a story and we'll see what happens to it was, dragons do something bad and learn a lesson. And then I knew it wasn't going to follow that. That was the plan. I knew it wasn't going to actually follow that, but that was a starting point to then do something fun. And this was really fun.
This was awesome. Loved it.
Yeah. So all of these people are great, and all of these people, you should look for games that they're in, and if you have games, you should look to have these people in your games. They're great players. I'm curious about Numenera. I'm tangentially involved in some Numenera stuff, but I'm not getting to play. I'm editing a podcast for some other people, so I'm very interested in actually playing it. I might jump in on one of those slots.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah. I'm even considering turning that one shot into a longer thing if it goes well. So who knows? We'll see.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's and actually, because basically our job now, correct me if I'm mistaken, producer, our job right now is to waste time until the hour.
45 after.
So just another 5 minutes. Okay, then
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was about to
there we go.
I love. I don't know. I'm going to say. I don't know. It was just every step of the way of going. What am I going to do? Okay, I know what I'm going to do, because I planned things loosely around your characters, but there's so much I couldn't have known. So everything was kind of being stepped on one at a time, but every single time I would start a sentence and go, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then by the time I'm done with it, I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm super. This is awesome. I'm gonna have fun.
Cool.
Ray, what was your favorite part?
I'm between the scarecrow being caught on fire and the Indiana Jones moment.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to keep our fish.
Yeah, you got to keep
fish. Cool.
Awesome. Ting, what about you?
I think it's got to be for me, Vale's breathing poison every single time.
Yeah. The only thing you didn't do that at was like the people who appeared to be like human, like things you're like, yeah, that's a person. I'm pretty sure it's fine. But then, oh no, it's a talking statue. It's a talking waterfall. It's another talking statue.
Because what it was is I saw unknown threat, possible snack, unknown threat.
Wonderful. Magnum, what about you?
I think mine was the fact that he would poop himself and then breathe poison. It's whatever he didn't expect. I think that was the best thing. It was just awesome.
Now I just have that mental image of the cat just arching his back and walking away.
Yeah. What about you, Kay?
You know what? Honestly, like fighting the scarecrow was probably one of the best parts. I kept trying so hard to just be like, it's only a flesh wound. The whole time I was just like, cut off an arm. 'Tis only a flesh. No, don't say it. Don't say it. And it was just that whole. I mean, this whole thing's been awesome. Just between Rain's character, Ash, Ting, it was great.
Nobody used
more like
the waterfall.
No. We tried, and then got that nat one. So
I think one of the things that I loved about the whole thing was that everybody did a great job of being dragons that really had to start living in a human world and had no idea what to do. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, you're always just going, all right, I'm gonna fly. Wait, no, I can't. We're going, oh yeah, you're gonna check. Wait, no, actually, you're a spirit and I'm a human. I might not be able to win that fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook for the first time ever. Yeah.
We did win the fight against the waterfall.
We did. We did. That was just like bam.
Yep.
And even kept a piece of it.
Yep.
Which we also got to keep.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for playing. I think we're good. We're good. Are we?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Shogun, for running.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, all of you, for staying up at this hour and running an amazing game. Like, my face hurts from smiling so much, and it was amazing. So yes, thank you. We've got so many. As was said earlier in our first game, we are running 50 hours of charity of games to benefit Rises Texas, and with 50 hours and trying to raise 5,000, if we can continue our stream off like $100 an hour, we will get there by the end of it. And we're actually doing great. We're doing better than great. So please keep donating. And if you type !donate, you will get the link for Tiltify, which is where all our donations are going. They are going 100% to the charity. And there's also a donate button somewhere in our overlay. Sorry, not overlay on our channel, and we are now gonna run another giveaway as we end the stream fairly soon and start with our next game, which is with one summer DnD5E game called Adventures at the Golden Dale. So now I'm going to now start our giveaway, which is for 3 prizes. So one winner will get a Cobalt Guide to Game Mastering PDF by Cobalt Press. Then there is Dead Rain RPG and Dead Rain Book 5 Graveyard Earth, which is signed by the author from Palladian Books. That sounds really exciting. As well as a necklace and bracelet set by our very own Bohemian Goth.
Nice.
Yeah. So to enter this giveaway between now and before and at the start of our next game, type in !fish to join in. And we will be ending the stream fairly shortly, and there might be 2 or 3 minutes in between, and we will start up our next game. So thank you, everybody. Take part in the giveaway, and we will see you all very soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.